All right. Welcome to tonight's episode of Roll of Passage. We're a group of friends who play Dungeons & Dragons to learn more about ourselves and each other through collaborative storytelling. I screw that up every week. One day I'll get it right. This session will likely contain strong language.
Stop saying likely.
It will contain strong language, scenes of violence, and other adult tones. So if your kids are watching, earmuffs. All right, let's jump into a recap of where we have got to this point. So you all have been traveling now for a few weeks after leaving Wanderlust at the behest of the Mother to seek out the great tree Relaya at the center of the Green Sea, an intersecting point of magical ley lines that weave together on the planet. Your travel has been a mixed bag, first with a nasty storm and an encounter with a strange plant creature and its glowing allies, then some magic mushrooms, followed by a relatively peaceful time leading up to your meeting with Ilphus Fizbin, the strange old man monk who is wandering the world in his wagon with his 7 cats. You spent a sometimes tense, occasionally joyful, and mostly confusing day and night with Ilphus before parting ways. You then traveled for another week or so before catching sight of the tree, which seems to be pressing down on all of your minds and giving you all a little mild discomfort. A few more days of trouble-free travel, and you arrived at the base of the cliffs that lead up to the plateau where the great tree Relaya stands. So, you're at the base of this cliff. It's about 600 or so feet tall. What would you like to do?
Time of day?
Mid-morning, 11 o'clock.
And there are trails, right? Switchbacks?
There are switchbacks. They seem to be more goat trails than like heavily peopled trails, but you don't have to climb vertically up these cliffs. It may be tough to get the horses and the donkeys up. No, you didn't have donkeys. You had horses. It may be tough to get the horses up the cliff, but easy enough to walk up with maybe some mild discomfort.
Okay. Elt's gonna hop off his horse. Right then. Let's get the horses over here. And then I think let's head on up. Because I, for one, not gonna be dragging this thing up this cliff.
Oh, El, don't you think that, like, it's probably time to, like, give your, like, horse a name? Like, it's kind of like a real thing, you know?
It can be named Stay, and it can be over there.
Is it, like, some sort of interesting name that I've never heard of? Like, it's really weird. Anyways, let's just go.
Sally's gonna go over and use it later today. I'm just gonna, like, start crawling up the cliff.
So you're just leaving the horses to
Tie it up?
I don't think I have any
I have
food for it.
Oh,
but
food, sorry.
Is there enough
roll-
grass around?
I mean, you are literally in a grassland.
Okay, yeah.
There's tons and tons of grass. Roll an animal handling check for me. 11. Enough. You've been around horses often enough that you don't know how long you guys are going to be gone. The plateau on which the tree stands is a few thousand square kilometers. Like, you still have a walk ahead of you before you get to the tree itself. You don't want to leave these animals saddled for an indeterminate amount of time.
Okay, I'll start taking my saddle off.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna... I'll try to tuck it up against the cliff. Not necessarily hide it, but...
Okay, make a perception check. Or investigation, either or.
Maybe we should just let them kind of just roam around because we don't know how long we're going to be gone.
Do you think they're gonna stay put?
Well, I don't know. It just seems like what if we're gone for a while? Like, we still need to find this dragon and I don't know. I just don't want anything to happen to these poor horses while we're gone if we just keep them tied up the whole time.
But I'd rather not walk back the whole way on foot. There's 2 weeks here on horse.
You
It'll be
make a
over
point.
month.
You make a point.
Oh, well, why don't we just, like, leave them, like, some food and, like, I could probably make, like, some water and then they'll probably be fine.
And I'll leave my rope here, and we can make some lines with this so they can go wander a little bit further. I got got a 17 on investigation.
Okay, yeah, easy enough to find like a little cutout in the cliff face where you could tuck everybody's saddles and whatnot behind and cover it up with some brush.
Okay, perfect. I'll
Are there
be
any
doing
like
that.
areas in the ground? Like, can I look around for like an area in the ground that's kind of like it's hollow so that I could actually like fill it with water?
Yeah, make an investigation check. Most of the ground to this point in time is covered with these large like car-sized leaves, so you might have to move some things around to find places.
21.
21, yeah, no problem at all. With a little bit of help and moving some leaves around, you find a depression that is mostly rocky bottomed that you figure if you fill with water, it'll form a natural pond.
Cool. So I'll use crate water and fill it up.
Okay, yeah. Say you take 20 minutes or so casting it, giving yourself a bit of a rest, casting it again, just sucking the water out of the air and creating a little natural pond. The horse is immediately going over to drink.
Oh, Bethla, don't worry. Like, I'm probably not gonna ever like leave you, but like here's some water and like also like if Stay's a little mean because like his owner's a little mean, then you just tell me.
Make an animal handling check for me.
Nice.
Nice.
Doing good today. 19.
Okay. Anybody else do anything?
Valley's just gonna smile at X being adorable.
All right.
Once the saddles are tucked away, I'm just going to go stand at the bottom and wait for everybody.
I'm gonna head up and start working my way up the goat path.
Okay, so for the first 20 minutes or so, it's fairly easygoing. The switchbacks that are going up this cliff are narrow, but not too hard to walk on. You guys have all been in the saddle for a couple of weeks. You're a little achy. You're taking your time. But as you get higher up, it becomes harder and harder. The wind starts to pick up. There's more like scruff, like shale on the pathway and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get everybody to just make a dexterity check for me.
Oh, not one.
Nat 20.
Oh,
20.
yin and yang.
26.
What's your total on that nat 20, Tyler?
22.
26 on my net 20.
26, 20,
16.
16,
8 or 10.
14.
1.
22 total.
Okay, so with your two help, at one point in time, it looks like Thalia is going to slip off the path. Maybe gets a little daydreamy, and she just doesn't realize that the path is switching. You take a sort of a misstep as it starts to slope out a little bit. And you have that moment where your body is weightless, and you know you fucked up. And you're like, this is not good. And then two hands just grab, one around the hip, one around the shoulder, as Peter and Altamil, who were either side of you, just haul you back onto the path.
Jesus Christ. Thanks. Thanks, guys. That was scary. Thanks. Still alive. Okay.
You hear a soft voice from the heavens go, "Who's Jesus Christ?"
Elt's going to look at Peter.
Holy
and just-
Timora.
just nod his head and, nice catch, kid.
Yeah, I just don't want anyone to fall anymore. I'll keep climbing up.
Do we think it's best to tie off around each other?
Oh,
Like, is it
like
really windy? Like, is it...
The higher you get, the windier it gets. Yeah, I mean, you guys are maybe, so the speed at which you're going, it's going to take a few, hours to get to the top of this plateau. There's also, every now and again, you come to the end of a track, and there's just no more track. And so you have to turn around and go back a bit and find another way up. This is not just a straight path. It's not like the switchback up a mountain in a national park. You literally are finding your way, picking your way up the side of this cliff. And it's the higher you go, the more treacherous it's becoming.
I'll look at Elt and I'll be like, oh, this is actually so perfect. As I'm talking, I'm just gonna get the rope out and just start tying knots. I'm like, actually, we used to do this on the ship. So this is gonna be perfect. These knots are gonna be perfect. But
Do you have rope in your inventory?
Oh, I guess I should remove mine.
Yeah, you
I
left
have
yours
rope.
at the bottom, so take it out.
50 feet.
50 feet of hempen rope. All right,
Yeah.
that is enough to tie you guys all together.
I guess the only problem is that if one of us slips and falls, then we all slip and fall and potentially die.
Well, just nobody big slip and fall.
You would actually know from lots of time spent on ships that lashing yourself to a ship or lashing yourself to a crewmate, well, it does have that risk. Overall, it tends to make things a little bit safer, especially when there's multiple people. So from a mechanical point of view, now you all will roll with advantage to stay on the cliff face.
Okay, sweet.
Awesome.
But at the same time, actually, my dad probably told me that as a unit we are incredibly strong, and no one can defeat us. But we are a little weak from a branding perspective, and we do not have a name.
Branding brand.
What do you think about it as we keep on climbing?
Oh, that'd be so
I thought we
good.
decided on the Mama's Boys.
Well,
Elle's gonna be tugging on the rope and be like, I'd rather not go with that.
I would rather not go with that either. Neither mama nor boy. Nor a mama's boy.
Can I get everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw for me?
nice.
I'm rolling well tonight.
Good. Do some important
17.
stuff.
17, okay.
4.
4, okay.
21.
20.
Oh, 11.
I'm gonna skip over that part when I watch the stream.
Thalia?
17.
17. Okay, so Extos and Anon. Can I have you guys roll a d100 each for me?
Oh.
I would love to.
It's the double and the single d10s, yep. So the double is the tens digit and the single is
42.
So is this 10?
that is 10.
This is 18. Sorry.
18.
Yes, that always throws me off. 18.
Okay. Okay, so
Silver's name just says okay and then just carries on.
well, sometimes it's just okay. As you guys are climbing over the next 5 or so minutes, it's been pretty windy up to this point in time, but not bad. Like, everything's been staying attached to the cliff. Sometimes these giant leaves are swirling through the air and stuff like that. But you all start to notice things are occasionally moving in very strange directions off the cliff, where every now and again a rock will burst off the cliff in the wrong direction into the wind and then be caught by the wind and flow away. You'll occasionally feel like Allura with your daggers. Every now and again one tries to like tug itself out of a sheath, or if you're wearing an earring, every now and again, like, it's just strange, like there's some sort of like force that is just occasionally picking up small objects and trying to fling them away, just around you and on you.
Poltergeist.
Objects are floating around us and on us.
Not floating, but being flung, but in weird directions, randomly, and not. It's just every couple of minutes.
We can't.
Just something
Can we
will
see
be
where they're being flung from?
from everywhere. Rocks off the ground, a dagger in a sheath will try to be flung. Like it's
Oh.
It's
It's
going
just-
like against the wind, so it's
Yeah.
not the wind blowing anything around.
It's just inanimate objects are just
Yeah.
flying around.
I was kind of hiss to myself. Nox, is that you? Knock it off.
Make an Arcana check.
17.
17. You feel your sort of innate chaotic magic. This feels wildly familiar. You know it's not you. You know it's not coming from your wellspring of chaos, but it is chaotic, and it is sort of a wild natural phenomena that seems to be happening.
It's not necessarily that I could tell it's like coming from someone or something specific. It's just kind of in the general sense of
The
it.
general sense of the area feels familiar in a way.
Okay.
What's going on with this place? You guys seeing this shit? Or did I take too many of the mushroom tea earlier?
No, I things just kind of like I've been noticing that too. Like there's just this sort of energy I can feel.
What does the energy feel like? Do I feel energy?
Make an Arcana check.
4.
What's your Arcana? Nope.
I don't feel anything. What does it feel like?
It just like it kind of feels familiar to me, almost like my own magic, but it's not me. I'm not doing this.
Oh, yeah, but it's kooky like you.
Is it that Knox fellow
You could say that.
that you keep talking about? Is it him or her? Whoever Knox is.
Him, thank you very much. And no, that's what I mean. I can feel Nox. I know what he feels like, and this is not that, but it feels very familiar, very similar to that in a way.
Anon, could you maybe like one time introduce all of us family to your friend Knox so that we could also feel him?
I cast prestidigitation and just like a puff of like sparks. I'm just like, he kind of just does what he wants, honestly. But
He's like elusive, but I can't pet him or cuddle with him.
no.
Oh. I'm gonna call Lucis. Does he come?
Ulysses peeks out.
Hey. Oh, you're friendly. You're not like Knox that's being all private and like not wanting to like hang out with the family.
Nox is like a friend in your mind, kind of. Just because he doesn't have a physical body.
Are you talking about imaginary friends as a kid?
No.
Did you mean that you didn't have one?
Yeah, I actually had quite a few imaginary friends as a kid.
Maybe that's why you're so angry
I'm
all the
not saying
time.
nobody's not allowed to have them. I'm just asking if that's what she still has.
I think I figured out Elf's problem.
I've never had an imaginary friend in my life. Nox is real. He exists.
All right. Let's just keep on climbing, keep our heads down.
X, didn't you get those boots that can make you fly? What are you doing?
Oh, this is... Oh, I completely forgot. Oh,
You could have helped us out the whole time. We've been climbing up here this mountain and you had these boots.
All right,
Bloody
everybody
hell.
untie X from the rope. Get your boots on first.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna take the instrument off my back and I guess like, do I play it? Should I have to strum it to fly or?
You tell me. It's your instrument.
Ooh.
Well, to be honest, this is a little bit different than my last instrument, so, I guess if I just picture like I'm doing other magic, in the same way, and I strum, and I'm just gonna like strum the guitar or the instrument, and see what happens.
Okay, so mark off one of the charges.
Okay.
And you cast Fly on yourself. So at first, you don't really feel.
Wait, did he get untied?
You don't feel. You
untie
don't
him.
feel any different. You're sort of strumming and everything else like that, and then you just sort of like think to yourself, "I wonder if I can fly," and you just lift off the ground. You're still tied to everybody, but now you're like
okay. We're untying him.
things happen in specific orders.
Oh, guys, I think it's working. Look, my toes off the floor. Okay, can you untie me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is just a little bit spooky, a little bit scary, but let's keep going. Oh.
You can
I'm
do
just
it.
gonna
X.
keep strumming as harder to try to like get higher. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it essentially works on the power of your thought. So as you're playing harder, you're
Yeah.
thinking that you can fly better, and you now have a fly speed of 60 feet. So it acts as the third level fly spell. So
Yep.
you touch a willing creature, yourself. The target gains a speed of 60 feet fly for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes,
Okay.
as long as you're concentrating. When the spell ends, the target falls if still aloft.
How's the view from up there?
Well, a little busy here, actually. Probably just not gonna talk to you and probably just keep flying and see what I see.
And you guys all just see Extos take off from the side of the cliff, strumming his sitar and just like, he's just like, just flies.
Weirdest image. I love it. Don't fall, X.
Try not to, and on. And then I'm just
Are your
gonna,
eyes closed?
like, they're like they're like closed for a bit and then they open and then I get
So
super
when you
freaked out.
open,
Yeah.
you are like 150 feet off the ground from where you guys started and like 60 feet away from the cliff.
Yeah.
And you're just in the air strumming on your guitar.
Okay, I'm just like, okay, you can do this, X.
Make a wisdom saving
This
throw
is
for me.
probably just normal. Ooh. 12.
12. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Everybody starts to get a headache.
From the music?
You're not sure. You're all watching X fly out away from you, and it's like you've had this pressure on your minds the entire time you've been in sight of the tree. You can't actually see it now, but you're close to it. And it's just like sort of out of nowhere, each of you starts to get just a splitting headache.
Does anyone else's head hurt?
I think it's the altitude. This is just absolutely crazy.
And as soon as you look at each other asking this question, you all have a nosebleed.
Oh.
Oh, that's not. That's
What
not
you got?
good.
You got something there?
You
Oh.
do too.
I just touch my own nose and look at my hand.
Yep, a little bit of
What's
drop of
going on?
Oh God. I hope it's not my brain.
X, are
melting.
you doing this right now?
Can I hear her? She's quick.
blood. Make a perception check at disadvantage.
I'm yelling.
I'm yelling. Oh, nice.
Nice. 21.
21 with disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled two
He's
16s.
two 16s in a row.
Cheesy,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, you can hear her just fine. You also have a headache, but you can hear because you're watching them.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
sort of flown away, and you're looking at them, and you're like, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna keep trying to strum with my right hand. Well, this does appear that like my nose is dripping of the blood.
You too? X, you need to get to solid ground. I'm worried about you.
Okay, I'm going. I'm gonna like look around and see like on the cliff face, like kind of try to make my way over towards it,
Just back
like
towards the cliff?
or back to the top, like to the top of it.
Oh, so you're about 300 feet, actually 400 feet shy from the top. So you could get,
Okay.
you can get there. I mean, it's 60 feet to fly. What's that? 120 feet. You can get there probably about 20, 30 seconds. You could just like
Cool.
zoom your way to the top. So
Yep.
you guys all just see Extos just head straight up. I need you to make another perception check at disadvantage.
I believe. Ooh. 11.
11. Okay, so you just sort of fly straight up, and you guys all just see him just go, just like disappear off into the sky. His music slowly fading away. And you're flying so fast, and this is the first time you've ever flown in your life. So this is very, very strange. And sort of like the wind is in your eyes and everything else like that. And you sort of eventually breach the top of the cliff, and you see for probably about 150 kilometers to the edge of the tree. Like you can see the tree across this plateau about 150 kilometers away, and the entire ground is just littered with rotting vegetation. And that's all you see.
Okay. I'm going to slow down the strumming and then just kind of get my feet closer to the ground, and then I'm just gonna stop strumming and just kind of like fall the next 4 feet. Oh, well, that was incredibly crazy.
Do you go back down to them?
I'm gonna actually just climb to the edge of the cliff.
Okay.
And then just kind of see how far they are.
So they're 400 feet below you.
Okay.
So like if you peek your head down, you can't even see them.
Oh. Well.
Because the cliff, I mean, it's not a straight cliff
Okay.
face. Sometimes it goes out, sometimes it goes
Oh, I
in.
see.
Like it's almost as if this area around the tree just sort of exploded out of the earth and lifted up this 600 feet.
Okay.
So it was all just sort of flatlined at one point in time, but this it just got lifted.
Okay. I'll go back to them then, and I'll fly back to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make one more perception check for me at disadvantage.
Sure. 14.
14. Okay.
as soon as Extos is in sight, I'm gonna cast message. It's like, I don't know what beauty, death, destruction, glory you saw up there, but I think the safest thing for you to do right now is just stay here and maybe hover like 10, 20, maybe 30 feet below us. And if anyone falls, you're the only thing that's gonna catch them.
Do I know at that point that I can talk back to Peter just by like thinking?
Yeah, you guys have cast
Okay,
message
right,
back and forth often enough.
Oh, good. That's actually a really good point. Thalia almost fell, and I would be crushed if she actually fell. So like, really good call. You're such a safety man. And then I'm just gonna go below them, like, guys, like, picture me as like your guardian angel, and should you fall, I will do my best to pick you up with the guidance of my magical instrument.
What did you see up there?
With all this talk of falling, Thalia's gonna cast guidance and touch herself.
Okay. It only lasts a minute.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Still doing it.
actually, the tree's really far away. Well,
Also, did you roll your morning check for today? Okay.
we're probably at least like 150 kilometers away from the tree, but like it also looks like exactly what the mother said. Not just the tree, but everything around is like, it's super sick and it's like dying. It's like a land swamp.
Oh no. Doesn't sound very good. Do you think you could get us up there?
Well, to be honest, this is my first time using this magical piece of instrument.
Make an Arcana check for me, actually, at disadvantage.
Everything is a natural one.
Okay.
So to be honest, I'm really not sure, and I have zero intuition on this.
Oh, then it's fine, I think. We'll just stay climbing.
Let's just keep going.
I'm really sorry. I imagine that, Laura, you probably didn't have to do much climbing of cliff faces when you were in the kingdom.
You'd be surprised.
Who, just from perception, who would I think is the weakest climber here?
That's why.
Would it be
That's a hard thing to perceive.
Who seems more comfortable?
Making it.
Is that what you're asking? Like, who's the most comfortable
who's the
or the least comfortable?
least competent climber?
Who's got the lowest athletics?
I'm a -1.
And there she is.
I'm just gonna
Found her.
I just direct
+5.
Eleusis right underneath Inon, and Eleusis is gonna be like pushing you up with the head and like grabbing, and then like when you can't push you up anymore, like go around and grab you from the collar and like try and flap as hard as it can the whole time.
Just be like, Lucy, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm a good climber.
Doesn't
Look
go
at these
away.
horns. I'm a mountain goat.
Sticks there.
Make.
Throws her off balance.
Rips her off.
Just roll Eleusis' dexterity for me.
I hate to say it.
I just dropped it on the 7.
He's got a +2.
9.
9? Okay. You are more hindered than helped by Eleusis, but not in a way that is going to push you off the side of the cliff. Just like,
Okay.
It's
it's like a 4-year-old being like, I can help.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, Alora and Eltamiel are handling this the best, I guess, and Extos, because you've got a +3. The three of you, with your pasts, with things like, none of you are rock climbers, but you've all been fairly physical in your lives, climbing ships and all of the things that you have done in your training. Like, this is fairly simple, but the other three, like, this is way out of your depth.
What's the check?
Athletics. Yeah. So, I mean, for you, acrobatics, weaving around people, dodging, doing stuff
Nothing
like
with this
that,
much endurance.
no problem. But like, yeah, it's just, I mean, you've been going up for like 2.5 hours.
My
now.
17-year-old baby arms. I'm a
Yeah.
scarecrow.
Who's
Yeah.
struggling?
You and Anon and Peter are struggling. You're not to the point that it's like dangerous yet, but you're about a third of the way up, and the three of you are getting tired.
Well,
Hey,
I
X's.
could cast enhance ability. Second level spell, I could just cast it on each of us.
Don't look at me.
How many times can I use a second level spell slot? Okay. That's all my second level spells. Are we really struggling? We're only a third of the way up.
It's not dangerous yet.
Okay.
I'm just saying that like you guys are about a third of the way up, and 3 of you seem to be natural athletes, and 3 of you seem to be struggling a little bit.
I'm gonna power up as fast as I can, just because I know that endurance isn't my thing, and if the clock is ticking, I know that I have to move as fast as I can, just relying on my dexterity and my acrobatics instead.
Okay, so you're untying yourself from everybody else?
He does this in real life.
No.
Because right now you're sort of limited to the weakest link in the chain. You can absolutely, if you want to, like, untie yourself and power up and like
I don't want to roll a new
parkour
character
your way
tonight.
up the cliff.
I
You
like
could
Peter.
definitely do that.
Guys, is anybody else thinking this really sucks?
Also, in case either of you two forgot, you can change your spells for today if you hadn't changed
just did
your
that, thank
okay, just making sure.
I have new spells.
Yeah.
Exos
Guys, how much does this suck?
Never
What the
mind.
hell?
It's so bad. I need some water.
Do we take a break?
Well, actually, my mom does always say that sometimes life gets overwhelming, and that's the point at which everyone needs a break.
Where
Yeah,
are you
it's-
right now, Exos?
I think it's time for 11.
I'm below, strumming.
I think it's time for
You
11.
feel the magic about to fade.
Probably gonna just land on the land right now and
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Land on the land. Nice.
at disadvantage.
Nope.
Okay, I don't know why I said that so loud.
You're so used to it. Make it hard for me, DM.
17.
17. So, like, you feel the magic fading, and you've felt your spells ending before. So this is a very familiar feeling where you're like, I know that certain magic only has specific amounts of time. This spell is ending. Apparently, I can't fly forever. And you're like, oh, shit. And so you start zooming towards the cliff. And just as the spell ends, you just, like, perfectly arc yourself and then just land on the cliff and sort of, like, catch your footing for a second. But you made it okay.
And I'm gonna look up because the group's a little higher. Like, yeah, it is probably time for a break. This magical instrument seems to be out of all of its juice.
I think it's time for 11Ds. Who wants some cake?
Halfling.
Is there enough room to kind of sit down for a second?
You could probably climb for a couple of more minutes and find a space where you guys are all able to sit down, yeah. Make a perception check for me, actually. What is the marching order, actually?
I think I was first.
Okay.
I'd like to be in the middle because I'm not doing so great.
So who's after Eltamil?
I'll be after Eld.
I'll take up the end, I guess. 'cause
Oh,
I'm
no,
the
you-
slowest.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just getting dragged along. She's not
Yeah.
even climbing.
Okay.
Just hanging there, all 4 foot 1
like
inches.
75
pounds.
We're
Using your
belaying
hooves. Don't you?
Lay on. Climb on.
Actually, mounted zone, okay.
on belay.
You're just feet against the wall, hands on the rope, leaning back.
So who's ahead of Anon
I will be.
and Laura? So that puts the two of you in the middle in what order?
Yeah, I'll be ahead of Laura then.
Okay. And then, so we'll go Eltamil, Thalia, Peter, Extos, Alora, and Non. Okay.
Actually, we're
So-
so for catching it too.
Make a perception check for me.
23.
23. Okay. So you are like moving for quite a ways and you're like, okay, I gotta like find us a place to rest. And you spot a place like maybe 5 more minutes up. And at the same time, you just happen to be at the right angle. The cliff face like juts out a little bit. You see about 150 feet sort of like up and ahead of you is the opening to a cave. You can't get there right now, but you see it there.
I'm just gonna stop climbing, kind of peek down at everybody. All right, well, we got 2 options here. Up that way, we have a little bit of a platform that we can all sit and have a rest. And up there, at about 150 feet away, we got a cave. X, did you see that when you were flying around?
Well, Elt, thanks for asking. To be honest, was a little preoccupied in learning how to fly. So, can say that I did see that cave.
Exos, was it safe at the top? Was there anything there? Was
Oh,
anything
it
up?
was super safe, but it was just sad. Like, imagine, like, one of your friends, like, you saw them and they're super sick. And they not only feel sick, but they look sick.
That sounds horrible, but I can live with sad. I can deal with that. But look, if something's hurtling rocks off this cliff, I don't know if I'd necessarily trust a magical cliff cave right now. I think if the top's safe, the top's safe.
We don't know it's
all of
magical.
the things that have been flung or been flung around seems to have stopped about 5 minutes ago.
Still
went
case
on
in point.
went on for a while, but hasn't happened in a little bit.
Well, let's just check out the cave. What's the worst that could happen?
We can
We
light a
die.
fire and we can have
What's
some
the
lunch.
worst that could happen?
I'll go up there then and I'll have a look around. I can see in the dark quite well.
Well, didn't we all go together because we have the rope tied to it?
Yeah,
and-
you'll for sure get killed if there is anything up there.
I'm
I
gonna send.
doubt any of you would really mind.
Well, look, Sneery McSneerface. We're a party. Obviously, we don't want you to go die. God, quite the attitude today.
Without even asking, I
It's
send
a headache.
Elusus.
So make a perception check as Elusus and make a wisdom check as both of you.
Ooh, interesting.
Wisdom save, sorry, not wisdom check.
Um,
His perception check is at disadvantage.
okay.
By the way, thank you for saving my life earlier. I like to say that I would try, but you're a lot bigger than me, so I don't know how that would work.
Oh, you're welcome. We're a party, it's the least I can
Side
do.
note to the DM,
Yep.
I just realized I have these boots of feline grace. Where did those come from?
Remember all those cats rubbing around your legs?
They were sewing boots.
They were so
Puss in Boots.
Now that you realize it,
Yeah.
you've taken a breather. Everybody's arguing. You look down at your boots and you notice they're just covered in orange tabby hair.
cute.
But this is the first time you've been traveling for days. You've been
Yeah.
exhausted. You've never ridden a horse for this long. And you don't look at your boots all that often. They're just your boots. But you've taken a minute and you've looked down at them and they're glinting. They're a little strange. They feel different, more comfortable on your feet. And so now you can attune to them.
Yeah.
Which you will now have an extra 10 feet of movement.
That's awesome.
You can ignore difficult terrain,
So I'm just having a great time.
and you can use the dodge action as a bonus action.
Oh.
Anytime you want.
That's amazing.
Nice.
It's so good.
That's awesome.
You just find that in your inventory?
Yeah, I was just like looking for
That's fun.
things to use on this trek. Thank you.
Now we all check our
Loving the cat's
inventory.
cat
and
a
checking
bonus.
now.
That's amazing. I love it.
A little homebrew magical item for you.
That's so
Thank
great.
you. Thank you.
13 on perception. It was at disadvantage, correct?
Mhm.
And then 2 wisdom checks.
Yes, one for each of you.
Would
Wisdom
be
saving throws.
A 9 and a 19.
A 9. Who got the 9?
9 was Peter, 19 was Lucis.
Okay, roll a d100 as Peter.
Is Lucky Charm something that I already had?
What's that?
Lucky Charm? Or is that in my
That's just your lucky charm.
head? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have the all or nothing coin, but the lucky charm is just a lucky. It's whatever it is for Thalia.
Gotcha.
I don't think 16.
16. Okay. As you send Elusus up to go and inspect this cave, once again, small objects seem to be flung around randomly.
Okay.
And you guys all notice this. It seems to have stopped for a couple of minutes, and then it just starts up again.
Okay, look, as soon as we get a little bit closer, I swear objects are going to start getting chucked out of there. Look at what's happening right now.
Yeah, but would you rather be inside where they're not getting thrown at us when we're on a cliff? Or would you rather keep climbing and take the chance of getting smoked off the face of this by a boulder?
Cliff.
With Elusus's 13 perception check, he's got dark vision. He can see into the cave. He notices there is a natural hot spring inside the cave. He can't really see anything else, but it seems like it's fairly open, and there's like almost like an oculus that is coming from above. There's light coming from above that's illuminating part of the cave, and this sort of like white stone hot spring that is inside of it.
Look, if we go, let's just go in slowly, one at a time, and check things out. We don't really know what's in there, and this place is obviously pretty magical.
Once we can see inside the cave, can I cast detect?
You guys are way far away
yeah,
from the
just
cave.
like
You're 150 feet
Yeah.
below it.
Yeah.
Like, I will say this: if you guys are gonna press on as a group to get to the cave, it's going to be a group Constitution saving throw, and whoever fails will get exhaustion. But you can make it to the cave if enough of you pass. This is hard climbing, so if you're gonna take a rest. Chill out on the side of the rock face for a while. You'll be exposed, but you can take a rest. But if we're gonna press on for this cave, then it's a forced march. You're gonna roll Constitution saving throws.
If there's any really hard parts, I'm just going to cast guidance on whoever seems to be struggling.
That will give them advantage on the Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I like to do that.
Peter is going to put his hands one at a time into his charcoal box that he used for spells and slowly clap his hands as if he's trying to dust them to dry them off. Like chalk for climbers. Right, Dave?
I was like,
mean,
is
we
this
got-
a spell? What am I waiting for?
No spell.
I will give you an extra +1.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. That was really nice. I was just doing it for theatrics.
Yeah, I mean,
What did you put on you?
he's drying his hands out.
Where's
Like with
it
chalk for
Yeah,
rock
yeah,
climbers, he's using charcoal on his hands to do the same thing. So he'll get a +1 on his Constitution saving throw.
Peter,
What does
you got any
athletics
more
say?
of that stuff?
It's
You
just
only have so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Push it.
But you have to climb up here and then like I kind of motion to my butt. I'm like it's in this.
That you know what? That's okay.
Okay, so are you guys going for it?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so Constitution saving throws. How many enhance abilities are you casting?
Is that a second level spell?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, guidance or enhanceability? Because they're very, very different things.
Right. I'll
Guidance
cast,
you can only cast on one person at a time.
I thought it was the same for enhanceability.
It is, unless you upcast it, which you can't, I guess, at your level. So you can cast it. You can cast one or the other. So if you cast enhanceability, they will get advantage.
Well, this one lasts for up to an hour for enhanceability. That's much
Yeah.
more useful than 1 minute.
Because you can cast Bull's Strength or Bear's Endurance.
So who seems to be struggling the most?
I got a 7.
I mean, it's going to be
Can I
you.
cast it once I can see who seems to need it?
You can't cast it after the roll. It's not going to work like that.
Okay.
You got to guess.
Who's got a bad dexterity?
You just gotta guess.
Constitution.
This is a Constitution saving throw
Constitution?
for exhaustion.
I gotta try to guess.
You got to guess.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I mean, you can ask people like how tired they're feeling, and you guys can base that from a roleplay
Okay.
perspective on your Constitution scores. But
Guys, who feels like fit right now?
I'm all right.
I feel fine.
I'm good. No, I'm totally good too. Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm pretty tired from all that flying around. So I could probably use any sort of assistance here.
Hey, X, aren't you the one that can give people a little bit of a boost here? Perhaps maybe speaking your words of empowerment here.
Oh well, actually, I thought there was only like more of like a battle thing for me. So probably I'll just
you can Bardic Inspire at any time.
No, I know, I know I can.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make an excuse. Here.
And
you come in. All right. Well, this is probably just a song that I came up with at the top of my head. Here it goes. Here we go, we're climbing up this cliff. I hope that I don't fall because we'll be caused adrift. Do you guys feel that? Does any?
It's not helping.
How
it's
many
just
people are you trying to Bardically inspire right now?
Peter and Thalia.
Okay, so mark off 2 Bardic Inspirations. You guys are both going to get a plus 1d8.
Just
Because at level 5, it goes from 1d6 to 1d8.
That's incredible.
Nice.
I would just like to say that y'all are using my boxes and my skills and abilities without really giving me the.
That's what
Are you
here
casting
for.
enhanceability on anybody?
Yeah. So do you get inspired too when you sing?
No.
No, he has to inspire. He can't. Well, you can't
Nope,
inspire yourself,
I
actually.
cannot.
No, so he can inspire anybody but himself.
Thanks, X. Hold on, let me do the thing for you. I'm gonna cast enhanceability on X.
So, which version of enhanceability are you doing? So, if you click on enhanceability, there's 6 different things that you can do.
Yeah, I think Cat's Grates makes the most sense here, hey?
Likely, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's basically
Nice.
you have advantage on Dex checks and you can't fall. which I will also then give you advantage on the Constitution saving throw that you guys are all making. So, everybody make a Constitution saving throw. Thalia and Pete can add a 1d8 to it. X can roll at advantage.
12.
I rolled a 6. I got +2, and then I got an 8 from that D8, which saved my butt. And then I have a +1 Constitution, making it 17.
All right.
So it was a butt saving moment.
17.
You got a 12?
Yeah.
I also got 17.
24.
Also a 12.
Okay, so nobody will suffer a point of exhaustion, and you
Nice.
guys are able to push on up that 150 feet. It is tiring, but you make it. And so it takes about like another 45 minutes of just like pushing your way up this cliff, and then eventually you make it. You make your way to the entrance of this cave. You hear sort of water burbling from inside of this cave. You smell sort of like the sulfury smell of a natural hot spring, and it's about 110 feet long. The hot spring's taking up about 80 feet of that, with a bit of a dry. It's the whole cave is kind of damp, but there's a fairly like good resting place leading in. As it just gets slightly darker as it goes back. But there seems to be light coming from the ceiling, probably some sort of like small borehole that goes all the way to the top of the cliff, about 100 feet up. That's just sort of like letting one shaft of light illuminate. And the whole cave is just sort of like filled with different algae and mushrooms, and it's just very beautiful and idyllic as you step into this place out of the wind for the first time, just taking a bit of a breather. And the temperature rises like 6-7 degrees as you step outside into this like warmed cave.
El's gonna untie and then start walking in slowly. Can I see anything extra since I can see in the dark?
Make a perception check.
I'm also gonna untie myself and just like start like taking off my shoes, like I'm about to like jump into the water.
Okay.
17.
17? Yeah. So you notice in one sort of closed off section, like there's like, it's almost like it would be like a natural changing room sort of thing. There's like a little like cubby off to one side. You notice 3 skeletons. One with a coat still wrapped around it, but the other 2 naked. And it's just sort of like a pile of like mildewy old clothes and leathers and things like that.
Okay, where's everybody else?
I've untied myself, and I'm going to be following you into the cave
Okay,
slowly.
I was gonna say, if there's anybody by me, I was just gonna grab him. And so if it's Peter, come with me. There's some skeletons in here.
I'm going to lean down, like just respectfully, and I guess inspect them or investigate them as best I can to figure out what happened here.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I would like to do the same.
Do the same.
I want to cast Detect Magic while we're doing that.
Detect magic where?
In the cave.
In the cave?
Yeah.
Roll an Arcana check with advantage.
13.
17.
13.
13. The entire hot spring glows magically to you.
So I also get to know what kind of magic it is when I cast that.
Enchantment.
Enchantment? Guys, this place is enchanted. Watch out.
I'm literally like an inch from
Get away from that
sticking my
water
toe
and
in.
now to bring over and grab you and pull you back.
Enchantment isn't inherently bad. It is just a school of magic.
Oh, do I
We're
know
just
anything? What else do I know about the school of
about
magic?
everything.
Um,
Looks so inviting. Like,
Make
I
an
just wanna-
intelligence
we
check
don't,
for me.
The skeleton's over there. I don't think it's not. We need to know if it's
No,
safe.
it's just whispering. Because I didn't want to scare anybody.
I'm gonna yell at
Intelligence check? Oh,
So
crap,
you're
that's not gonna be good.
D20 plus whatever your intelligence mod is.
3.
3?
No.
Okay, you continue to believe what you already believe.
I'm gonna rush in with Anon, and like I'm gonna like drag her out. I'm gonna like come behind her and just.
Okay, I want both of you to make dexterity saving
Wait, no,
throws.
I don't think you meant brush into the water.
Oh, I did.
100% he did.
Oh,
I'm a water.
Because your feet were in the water, right?
I was like this close to touching it.
So you weren't in the
I
water
wasn't
yet?
yet in the
Okay.
water. And then
That seems
Valiant
important.
Okay, so make a
Yeah, I would grab
make
the
a
knot and
dexterity
stop it from
saving throw,
going in.
both of you.
If I didn't touch it. Okay.
Nice.
19.
13.
Okay, So you're able to grab her and pull her back from the water, no problem.
No, he was jumping in.
Yep.
Oh, you're jumping
I was
in?
pulling
And
it
he's
on
trying
back.
to
But you were
pull
trying to pull her out, right?
I was
Because
trying to pull her in.
oh.
I was.
Yeah, you pull her in.
Okay,
you guys both
okay,
go
okay.
splashing
I
into the water.
misunderstood the
Yeah, I
situation.
misunderstood as well.
I got you.
Read the room.
I'm along for the ride.
So you
here.
guys, like,
Water
you're
is
like, you're about to
nasty.
put your foot in. You hear Thalia being like, "Get away from the water!" And you're like, "Let's go!" And you just grab her around, like hook your arm around hers and just go falling into the water. You both just like plunge below the
this is so
surface, and
good.
it's like the best bath water that you've ever had. And you just both come bobbing up to the surface. Both of you roll a d12.
Yeah, y'all need to deal with your trauma, okay?
We're investigating skeletons. Give us a break. We're doing
Right? Can I go over to them where the skeletons are?
I got
In
it.
a minute. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's right.
Oh, then I did not roll the right one.
Not
My bad.
very
4.
3.
Okay. So, Extos, you first. Your skin and hair become a shimmering golden color instantly.
Ooh.
You feel amazing. You feel as if there was any sort of malady that was bothering you or anything else like that, you're not tired anymore. You just feel great. And there's just like a bit of a golden sheen to your skin and to your hair as you bob up out of the water. Inan, you are overcome with the overwhelming desire to sing. And every sentence that you speak for the next 24 hours will ring with lyrical splendor. But you also feel more charismatic and more just like you could just get your way right now because everything is wonderful and I just want to burst into song.
I'm just gonna look at
Act it out.
Extos. You look amazing.
Oh, I love you too. This water, like I knew I miss water, but this is incredible. And I'm just gonna use shape water, and I'm just gonna like spritz it over us.
Yeah, and just like shimmers down around you, and you both feel great. Okay, investigation checks. As you walk up, you see Eltamil and Peter had gone off into sort of this side cubby, and they're like rummaging around 3 skeletons.
Okay.
Is it bright in here?
It is dim light. I mean, for you, no problem.
Yeah.
Peter, actually, I think all of you except for Thalia have dark. Excuse me,
Okay,
have
the
dark
whole
vision.
place is glowing for me now.
Yeah. No, Extos does neither, rather. So, but I mean, it's dim light. So even those of you who don't have dark vision, excuse me, can see. Those of you who do have dark vision can see well. Eltamil, you don't find anything. You're sort of rummaging around. You don't really come across anything at all, except for one sort of like small bottle of some sort of like tincture or ointment. You're not really sure what it is. Peter, you, however, with your investigation check, come across a large sort of earthen jug that seems magical in some way. You're not really sure. You come across a small wand. You come across 2,909 gold in various different things. There's some platinum and some silver and whatnot, but 2,909 gold worth of gold. And the coat that was wrapped around one of the skeletons also seems magical in some way. And you come across basically as like Peter is rummaging through corpses and Extos like pulls up with this like, or Eltomir, sorry, comes up with this bottle of ointment.
Can everyone just take a step back from what they're doing right now?
I am singing at the top of my lungs.
Make a performance check.
Ooh.
At advantage.
Come on, Beyonce.
No, I have high performance. 15.
15. Not only are you singing, you are singing very beautifully.
Okay, well, I will not try that on stream. Just imagine it, guys.
What does her singing sound like? Is she like indie singer songwriter, or is she?
Alanis Morissette. I can't think. It's kind of like jazzy, like a little Zoe Deschanel. Let's go with
Okay.
that.
Yeah, a little quirky, a little
Yeah.
folky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So you guys are just. But actually, important question: small clothes or nude?
Oh no, I was wearing. I'd like full, like just no shoes, but like full clothes.
Full clothes.
Oh,
okay.
maybe I threw off my cloak. Let's say that.
Mostly clothed.
Mostly
clothed. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You never been on water before?
Everyone step back from what you're doing right now.
Whoa!
What's going on?
Look, if you haven't seen, there's 3 skeletons here, and look like they weren't poor, and they certainly weren't weak. So whatever got them stuck here, it's probably pretty serious.
3 skeletons. What could they be doing here?
Get a grip of yourself.
Oh, you're so grumpy there, Peter. And I'm just gonna shake water and just spritz it all over him.
Oh,
Feel this? It feels incredible.
Make a dexterity check. Make a spell attack roll.
Does any of that hit crossover?
No.
7.
Dexterity saving throw. Sorry, not check.
15.
So you like spurt this like perfect spout of water all the way across, but it's coming far enough, and you're just like it splashes on the wall behind you.
Grow up. Ooh, we've never had conflict. Look, I'm being dead serious. We're not
dead serious.
We're not the strongest here, but like, if people died here, with all these magical items and this, and I'm gonna show off the gold, they wouldn't be weak.
Nice water sound effects.
I'm working on my Foley effects.
So let's rest quickly, but make sure we stay on check because I think there's more going on here. And I'm immediately gonna cast. I think it's. The music is obviously rubbing off me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna splay out the gold in pieces with the cloak and the earthen jar, and the.
It's like a coat, like a great coat. Like it's a very large coat.
Very large coat. So I'll take the coat. I'll put the 209 gold in stacks, and I'll put the small one aside there, the earthen jug, so that seems magical, and I'll put it next to the pool. And I'll identify everything I can in that circle.
I'll
Put the ointment in it as well. Okay.
Because I can't. I don't know what it is. Do I?
What's that?
I don't know what it is. Okay,
No
put
idea.
it in.
Are you ritual casting? Did you have it prepared today?
I did.
Okay, so you can choose to ritual cast it, which will take 10 minutes, but then it doesn't use a spell slot.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Yeah. It's the benefit of
gonna
anything,
clip
any
that.
spell that has the R beside it
What was that?
means you can cast it as a ritual. Means it's in your spell book, and you can take 10 minutes to cast it, but then it doesn't take a spell slot.
I will take as much time as it needs.
Yeah, so you sort of like take all of these items and just like in the sort of like dirt and mildew that is built up on the ground, just start like drawing with your finger the circle of runes and whatnot. You've memorized the spell after reading it off of your body, and it takes about 10 minutes or so, and then you put these 4 items into the center of the spell, and then one by one just the runes around the circle light up with this sort of like orangey red light and then flare, and just from that you instantly know what all of these things are. So that's why it's worthwhile having a wizard in your party. The jug is an alchemy jug. So an alchemy jug is a very interesting item because it allows you to create all sorts of different things inside of the jug. So it is a simple magic item that doesn't require attunement. The ceramic jug appears to be able to hold a gallon of liquid and weighs 12 pounds, whether full or empty. Sloshing sounds can be heard from within the jug when it's shaken, even if it is empty. You can use an action and name one liquid from the table that will come with the item to cause the jug to produce the chosen liquid. Things like acid, beer, mayonnaise, water, wine. Afterward, you can uncork the jug, and as an action, pour that liquid out up to 2 gallons per minute. The maximum amount of the liquid the jug can produce depends upon the liquid you named. So if it's acid, you get 8 ounces of acid. If it's vinegar, you can get 2 gallons of vinegar, so on and so forth. Once the jug starts producing a liquid, you cannot produce a different one or more of that one until it has reached its maximum or until dawn of the next day.
Would I know while I'm checking it if that has a melting point of the jar, or is it just magical?
It is magic. Magic items are very hard to destroy.
This is so fucking cool.
Okay, so the wand is a wand of magic missiles. So a wand of magic missiles is exactly as it has. It has 7 charges, and you use the wand and expend 1 or more of its charges to cast magic missiles. For 1 charge, you cast magic missiles at the 1st level. For 7 charges, you cast magic missile at a 7th level.
That's so cool.
If you expend the wand's last charge, if you use all charges, you roll a d20. If you roll a 1, the wand crumbles to ash and disappears. Otherwise, at dawn of every day, you roll a 1d6 plus 1 to refresh the charges that have been used on it. So it is not a bottomless well, but it does allow you to cast magic missiles and without expending spell slots to cast magic missiles.
If someone were to use 2 slots, would the next day would those 2 slots replenish, or do I have to?
Well, yeah, 2
Okay.
would be no problem because it's 1d6 plus 1.
It's
so
the 7.
the lowest you can ever roll is get 2 charges back the following day.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you expend them all, and then you could potentially blow up the wand. The ointment is Keogtom's ointment. The glass jar is 3 inches in diameter and contains the highest it possibly can, 5 doses of a thick mixture that smells faintly of aloe. The jar and its contents weigh ½ pound. As an action, 1 dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin. The creature that receives it gains 2d8 plus 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and is cured of any diseases.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Is that permanent? I ask myself.
You have 5 doses in it. That's it. Ever.
Okay.
So, if I apply those 2d8 of hit points, do they stay?
No, it's not
Temporary.
maximum hit points.
Cool.
Not even temporary
It's
hit points. It's
replenishing.
literally a heal spell.
Okay.
Or remove poison, or remove disease.
Actually, the remove disease is pretty tight.
And the final item, the coat, is a homebrew spell, or a homebrew magical item that I created called the Traveler's Greatcoat, which I need to pull up because I forget what it was because I made it like 10 years ago. Not 10 years ago, but I made it when I originally came up with this concept over a year ago, so hang on a second as I pull
This
up
deserves a baklava.
to remember what this item is.
Look what you've done. Everybody's singing now.
I didn't do it. The DM did.
All right, so the Traveler's Greatcoat is a well-traveled and now lichen-covered overcoat that has been worn apparently by many people throughout the years. It is very well worn.
Never washed.
A thin layer of purple lichen appears to be growing along the coat's hem. While wearing the coat, you have resistance to acid damage.
In resistance to girls.
It also acts as
He's already
studded
has
leather
resistance.
armor. So if you are wearing leather armor, this is studded leather armor. So it is the best light armor that you could be wearing in the game.
Nice.
So that is all there is. Plus 2,909
You're a
gold.
trench coat kind of guy.
Tracks.
I was standing around watching him because I'm very intrigued by Peter now since he did the blade song.
Cool.
This isn't normal to find this in a cave. If people were this well endowed, they wouldn't just stay here to die. Something kept them.
Nice.
Just the skeleton is
Looked over at Emily and she was already laughing.
So good.
That's Sorry, I couldn't help
They wouldn't
it.
just stay
What
here
happens to us, mere mortals?
Murder.
to die.
Murder.
So, this is great, but maybe we just get ready to move on to the next place before boulders start getting thrown at us from the walls.
What? Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Sally's just been like watching these two play, like
They're having the best time.
mouth kind of hanging low. And she's just decided that she's tired of being afraid. And she goes, she sits down next to the water and just sticks her feet in, like takes her shoes off.
Roll a d12.
Peter scoffs.
The most cynical 12-year-old ever.
Fucking kids.
Yeah. No, it's a d10. It's the one that looks like a d20 but is
This is it.
beefier. Yeah.
Thank you. 11.
11.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Okay. You dip your feet into the water. And you don't feel this, but the two of you see this. As roll a d4 for me as well.
2.
Okay. Thalia's ears, which are already fairly sort of like large as a halfling, immediately look like a pair of donkey ears. What you feel is all of a sudden you can hear a drip of water at the very back of the cave. You hear a bird screech like a kilometer away outside of the cave. You hear
Permanent singing.
Eltamil's heart beating
No, mine's
20 feet behind you.
Wow, that's cool.
For the next 2 days,
Whoa.
you have advantage on perception checks
Oh, cool.
that have to do with hearing.
Awesome.
I look over. Oh, Thalia! Oh my gosh!
Thalia!
You look like Mick Jagger!
That's very rude. I mean, could you tell how I can hear them? I can
Oh.
hear everything so well.
And I'm just gonna like kind of
What do you
like
mean
walk
donkey ears.
walk
What's
through
wrong
my
with you
water,
guys?
walk through the water over and just like feel her ears.
And you, where your ears normally aren't, you can feel his fingers like touching your ears all the way up
What
here.
are you touching?
These things are glorious.
What things? What's up there?
And sure enough, your ears have grown large and a little bit furry and can like turn.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look in the reflection of the water.
And sure enough, you look like you, but with big donkey ears, but you can hear amazingly well.
I mean, I can hear really well.
You
They look nice.
amazing.
I mean,
They
could you
suit
get
you
used to
so well.
Can I bring out my eyes?
They really do.
Elusus is gonna Elusus is fed up with Peter's cynicalism, and Elusus is gonna cynicism, and Elusus is gonna dip into the water and like swim around like Nessie and like.
Roll a d12 as Elusus.
At least you're letting your dragon have fun.
This dragon is independent of him.
This one, that's a D12.
The d12 is nobody's a barbarian, so no one here is used to rolling a d12.
12.
A 12. All right. So you are watching Elusus like dive in and out of the water, and at one point in time, their red head sort of pops up, and they blink their big yellow eyes at you, and then a third yellow eye blinks in the middle of their forehead.
Oh my.
And for the next 24 hours, Elusus has true sight.
Wow. That's unreal.
Do I know what true sight is with an Arcana check, or would I just not know for now?
You would know through your psychic connection with Elusus that all of the sudden he is able to, or they, is it he or they? I always
It's an it, actually.
It is an it. It is a they. Okay. So, True Sight allows you to see a lot more than just regular sight. It is, you can see invisible creatures. You can see a creature with True Sight out to a specific range, which is 60 feet, can see in normal and magical darkness, can see invisible creatures and objects, can automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them, and perceives the original form of any shape changer or creature that is transformed by magic. Furthermore, the creature can also see into the ethereal plane.
Whoa.
That's so cool.
So for the next 24 hours, Elusus can literally see everything.
That's cool.
That dragon's pupils are just.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
The truth is overwhelming. As Elusus or as Peter?
No, as you, Peter.
Okay. 13.
13. While you warg into Elusus for a minute, because you feel this through your emotional link, what your telepathic link with Elusus isn't in words. It is just sort of in feelings and emotions. And you just feel this wonder from Elusus just overwhelm you. And you're like, what's going on? And so you just transfer your sight and hearing into Elusus. And for a moment, it is visually deafening, where you are seeing so much you don't even know how to comprehend what it is that you are seeing, but you're able to like pull your willpower together for a second and be like, okay, I get that that would normally be a shadow, but it is just, I can see everything in it. I get that I'm seeing slightly beyond the veil of reality and seeing into an ethereal plane where every now and again you just see like a strange creature just flit by that isn't there, and you know that it's not there in your reality. It is on another plane of reality. You struggle with this for sort of a minute or two, and you guys are all sort of watching Peter as he's just sort of like his eyes have gone white, and you've seen him warg into Elusus before. You know what this looks like, but he's struggling for a moment, and then you're sort of like, holy shit.
Peter dives in, overwhelmed with loving everything he experienced.
Roll a d12.
That changed.
Knowledge is power, baby. 3.
3. We already have a 3.
Get to sing with me.
Guess
Get
who
to
else
do
is
duets.
singing
No.
for the next 24
That
hours?
fits. That shoe fits.
so
my
Peter.
For the next 24
God.
hours, you both sing. You both have advantage on all charisma checks.
Can I explore the hot spring, just kind of like swim around and see if there's anything that I see?
Yeah, make a perception check
Singing the
for
whole
me.
way, of course. Of course.
So we'll say until mid-afternoon on the following day for Peter and on.
Okay.
You have 2 days of
48 hours. And it's advantage? Or-
advantage on all perception checks that have to do with hearing. Extos, for 3 days, your skin and hair will glow with gold.
So I like Avril Lavigne from, not Avril Lavigne, Angelina Jolie from Beowulf.
Oh,
when she
nice.
comes
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
water.
totally. I'm gonna fill up my canteen with like my skin.
You've been around with enough water in your life that you know that you sure as hell won't drink this water, but you could definitely fill your canteen.
Cool.
Yeah. It's very sulfurous and chemically, like
Of
not
course.
healthy to drink.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you don't drink seawater. You're smart enough to know that.
I'm going to be
Learned after a couple times.
I'm going to be standing back with Elptamiel, just watching what's going on. Bit of a metaphor for your life, eh? Skeletons in the closet and all.
Pretty funny.
Well, what do you think? Should we take a dip?
I'm not one for...
Oh, don't. Not one for this and not one for that. I'm not one for climbing up a mountain and seeing trees and talking with old people and making friends. But here we are. Let's do it.
Jump in.
Wait, you mustn't jump in just yet. I must show you this really cool trick that I have learned.
Oh my god. What
Make
is
a persuasion check with
happening?
advantage, by the
Oh,
way,
you
on
sure
that
you
jump
wanted to
in.
jump in?
I also got
I
a
don't want to
16
jump.
on,
No. Maybe
on
wash my
Perception,
face.
okay.
with advantage. Ooh. And what was it? A persuasion?
Persuasion.
14.
She's fairly persuasive that she wants you to jump in. With that 16, you don't find anything else in the water, but the deeper you go into the cave, the water gets warmer and warmer and
I
warmer.
am going deeper. Come on, guys. Oh, come on, guys.
Almost like a river into the back of the cave.
It's like sort of like a tiered pool that goes up until there's just sort of water coming out of a wall.
So we
Okay.
can see the back.
Yeah, you can see the back of the cave, especially with your devil's
Yeah.
sight. You can see all the way to the back of the cave.
I'll just. Oh.
So may have got this wrong. The alchemy jug It's not that if I put something in, it reproduces the thing. It's that it produces the thing.
It
of
produces a specific thing that you ask it to produce.
Got
So
it.
on the magical item, you can produce vinegar, acid, beer, wine, water, salt water, all sorts of different things to a specific amount. So you couldn't fill, like if you put it into the hot spring and then pulled it out and then poured it, there would be nothing that would come out.
Got it.
Can I go up to the waterfall coming out of the wall and just splash
Before-
my face?
Okay, never mind. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Splash
roll a
my
d12.
face. That's it.
But you're not in the
Not a
water?
3, not a 3.
It's a 3.
Give me 3
7.
stickers. A 7. We haven't had a 7 yet. Okay.
I feel like this is Russian roulette, and there might be like some
I
really
know.
bad ones.
Something really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Satan.
So you sort of splash the water over your face, and it is very warm as it's coming out of this hole in the back of the cave. It's like, and you turn around and you look to Anon, who is nearby. And what are the surface thoughts that Anon is thinking right now?
I love to sing, and I'm so happy, and the water's so warm. I love my friends. This is wonderful. Just
So that sort
all
of
that.
washes over your mind for just a second. So for the next 24 hours, you have advantage on all insight checks, and you can cast the Detect Thought spell once.
Oh,
Within
so
the
good.
24 hours
Within
or just
24 hours, you can cast this spell for
Okay.
one time, no components. Even if you cannot cast it normally, you can
Okay.
cast Detect Thoughts once, and you have advantage on all insight checks.
Okay.
I'm gonna be listening all around the cave to see if I can hear anything unusual or interesting.
Make a perception check with advantage.
Ooh, 20.
How
20.
close is Elt, by the way?
20 plus.
I'm by all of our stuff still.
I love it. You ask me. I've got no idea where Elton is.
You know all.
28.
28. So, I mean, you hear a mouse fart in the corner. It is much like when Peter saw through Eleusis' eyes, and it became sort of like visually deafening. For you, it is almost deafening with that 28. Like, you can hear everything. You can hear Extos's hand swishing through the water as if it was amplified 100 times. You can hear Alora's like soft intake of breath as she has this moment after she splashes the water on her face. You can hear Eltamil in the back just being like all of these things at once and with perfect crystal clarity. But there's nothing, aside from the fact that you can hear everything to this extent, there's nothing unusual that you could normally hear. It's just as you like focus your hearing, someone could be 100 feet away and you could hear them as if they were right beside you.
Valia's just gonna like lie down and close her eyes and like rummage for her snacks and just listen.
Auditory
How
TV.
loud the chewing is gonna be.
I'm going to start like having shape, like using shape water with both my hands under the water, and I'm gonna and I'm gonna try to make eye contact with Elt. And I'm like,
It
Elt
desperately looks like
was
you're
watching
masturbating,
it.
right?
so I'm gonna have my hands under the water.
Elt's not looking. Elt was watching Alora
Okay.
go.
I'm just like, Elt, look over there. Are you gonna look?
I'm gonna look at you because I don't know where there is.
Make a deception roll.
Okay.
Make an
Nice.
insight check.
All right.
7.
15.
So you look over there. I mean, it's like,
Do I know where
Exos has
there is?
Exos has never given you a reason to disbelieve him.
Yeah.
And so you hear this, and your instincts immediately are like, these assholes are all playing around, and something dangerous is about to happen. So I absolutely have to look over there.
Oh,
and
for
he
sure.
just sort of like points towards the opening of the cave.
Okay. Yeah.
And then as soon as he looks over, I'm just gonna whip one, and then just get the other hand and just whip the other.
Okay, make a spell attack with advantage.
Okay.
It's going to be against your armor class.
Nice. 17.
18.
What, your spell attack isn't
Wait, what is my spell attack though? Like,
So
would be
go
a
under your
plus.
spells, whatever your.
okay.
So
Oh,
you
rolled a
have.
plus 17. Oh,
You
you're
have a
gonna
plus
get-
7.
You're gonna get it for
Okay.
sure.
So 24.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no problem at all. He looks over there and you just get him like right in the back of the head. And so you're just like, what? And like you're spinning
summon
around,
my
you're
glaive.
summoning your glaive, and then you just get smacked in the back of the head with this warm water. Roll a d20.
I swear,
Singing,
I get the
singing.
one bad one.
Can you imagine if that has to sing?
3.
That's
I
not
got
a
a
D20, that's a D12.
Dang.
Oh,
It is a
just missed
D12.
it.
That's a d12.
Oh, I thought you said 20.
No, d12.
4.
Perfect, because that's the same thing you got. All of the sudden, you guys all see this as you feel amazing. Yes! You feel
Man needs it.
as if all of your exhaustion washes away. You feel absolutely fantastic. You're not tired.
Dead
That
wife
ache
never
in your
heard of
right
that.
shoulder has gone away. Oh, and you just like I feel like I'm 16 again. And you sort of like look down and your skin is glowing kind of gold.
So do I feel physically better?
Physically better. Like so essentially what happens
But
is
emotionally, I'm still kind of, or emotionally, am I very blissful right now?
meal.
so what happened is the greater restoration spell was cast on you. So the greater restoration spell, I'll just read it out so you can know exactly how you feel. So, you have been imbued with positive energy, undoing debilitating effects. You reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1. If you were cursed, a curse would be removed. If you had a reduction to an ability score, that would be removed. If you had a reduction to your hit point maximum, that would have been reduced. And if you were charmed or petrified, that would have been removed. You just feel physically, I mean, you're not as old as me. Let me tell you, if I could feel like I was 20 again, I would feel amazing. Like you just feel like you can do more all of a sudden, just like you've had a long night's sleep.
Okay. Well, instantly,
And your skin and hair is glowing gold.
yeah. He's like,
Roll a d4 for me
1.
for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Oh, and your eyes. Sorry, skin, hair, and eyes, both of you, glowing
Oh,
gold.
no longer white.
It's no longer white. But
They're, I mean, they're white. They're just they have shimmering, like just like flashes of gold going across them.
Yeah, pissed off at first because he just got smoked, but I'm assuming instantly it's feeling better about it. You know, like, what the hell? Look at this. And he's gonna summon his glaive and he's gonna swing it around a couple times, and then he's gonna point it right at X and be like,
change.
well, this is lovely.
Else are you flexing? It looks kind of good, but weird.
He's gonna roll up his shirt sleeve and I am now.
You've made this uncomfortable for a 17-year-old.
Also, for anybody who has cast a spell in the last day, all your spell slots are restored. And any
Instrument.
no, the instrument. Did you bring your instrument into the water?
No.
It is ruined forever. No, I'm kidding. No, spell slots are restored, and any sort of ability. So if you had like your meta magic or anything like that, will also be restored from touching this spring water.
Al, you got sparkly.
And Alex wants to know if the wine is making you sing.
I haven't had anyone.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
You're gorgeous, Ilts. And you're so lovely.
Well, I mean, I feel better, and I definitely look better.
Well, no more standing on the sidelines. Maybe you come in, maybe take off your disgusting robes and take it for a swim.
Says the
Spell's
guy
gone,
who's
Elf
literally
gone.
fully clothed in the water. Did anybody get
I
undressed?
was gonna say Elf
or-
is now
Okay, so Elt undresses, small clothes or nude,
nude.
and gets in the
I'm
water.
glowing and I'm loving it.
why wouldn't you?
He's a golden god.
Oh, Will. Oh, naked. Nice. Will.
And I'm rolling a d4 for flaccid inches. Now one!
Not that
George Costanza.
Exactly.
Curious, when I cast Identify, was I also able to extend that Identify onto the Enchanted Waters?
No. It has to be anything that you put in the circle.
So I was hoping to actually. That's why I laid it next to the pool, but I wasn't sure if.
It just gives you an enchantment feeling. It doesn't actually tell you what it is because it is a natural magical phenomena. It is not a spell.
Look, if
You're gonna cannonball right to X.
this is pretty fantastic, but it can last longer if we fill our water bottles up before the next battle, and then we use it again.
Get your head in the game. Get your head in the game.
that was a fail.
I was trying to channel High School Musical, and I did not have the
chops.
Do not have the chops.
Vanessa
That's a good
Hudgens.
idea up here.
Oh no.
Again.
Can I go over and take that wand? With
Jerry,
that
try to do it sneakily.
Sneakily.
I have it
Okay,
in my bag.
stealth
No,
check.
you do not. You dump it all on the ground.
You did not say you picked any of it.
Oh,
In my heart, I did.
in my imagination, I did.
You have to beat a 15 on stealth because that's Peter's passive perception.
Damn it, it's 14.
What about her
You
hearing?
see it.
Oh, I can hear
Well,
her.
she can hear her walking around,
Oh,
but
okay, yeah.
yeah. Your passive perception is 15.
But
so
I can't like to
unfortunately-
catch it. Do I just like slap the hand aside?
I mean, you're in the water and she's on dry land. You just see her leaning down and grabbing into the pile of magic items.
Hey, what do you think you're doing there?
What? Is that singing? That doesn't sound like singing to me.
And that looks like stealing to me.
He's absolutely right. You're like stealing from him.
Why is everybody singing?
Man.
This is so awful.
I just heard them singing and it was fun.
Well, okay, I'm just gonna take this wand. So
Slow down there, Speed
S-
Racer. What makes you think that you deserve the wand?
I just want it. I don't have any magical spells, and I'd really like it, so I'm gonna take it. If well, I don't really care if you mind, but
Look, I think there's other
it
magic.
doesn't sound like you're singing.
She doesn't
That was
really
100%
care.
wife.
That was my wife.
It has a British accent all of a sudden.
Look, I think if we work together as a team, we have potential to do great things.
What is happening?
But you
I'm going to annoy you by copying you and take the wand anyway.
Try to stop her?
Yeah, I definitely try to stop her.
Okay, so we're going to make a sleight of hand
All
versus
right.
a dexterity saving
Two
throw.
rogues, sleight of hand competition.
No, you're at a dexterity saving throw because you have to leap fully clothed out of the water. So I'm even going to give you disadvantage because you are soaking wet. The only one who can move about in the water well is the one nude man. Because if
the
you've ever
water's
been
nasty.
fully soaked and fully
I jumped in
clothed,
with fully
it
clothed.
sucks. This is the prudest group of people.
Are you
ever.
ready?
At disadvantage.
In my defense, I was just
Oh,
excited. I didn't
yeah.
think it through.
I got it. I rolled 10
I
altogether.
got
That's true,
20.
actually, I did.
So she swipes it from the.
Look, I know that you really want to help, but you have a bow and a dagger that you must throw.
And you've got a lot of spells. And I want this wand.
But-
So
There is other members on our group whose hands are free all the time, and I am always happy to teach you how to cast spells whenever you want, and I'll cast Minor Illusion with sparkles all around me. It is the weirdest thing a depressed 17-year-old's done.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. And make a wisdom saving throw.
15.
yes. 16. 18.
18. You have an entire family, one of whom is the Counselor of Conjuration, one of the most powerful magic users in the entire world who has tried to teach you magic, and they failed. So you hear this persuasion, and you're just like, what can this kid teach me about magic that my father, one of the most powerful mages on Aloria, could not teach me?
I don't think you can teach me anything. I'm sorry. I am not magical at all.
I cast Blade Singing on bonus in 120 feet. I did the math.
I just want to take the wand.
At 17 miles an hour per run, which would be a world record speed. I start running circles. Don't you wish you could move like this in battle? And I draw this sword with beaming light that illuminates the whole cave.
It's a Disney movie.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. It's fine.
So he runs around you very fast in wet clothes, slightly drying off because he's running very quickly, and draws this beautiful sword that he carries, and it just illuminates the entire cave. And you guys are all just like doing your own things, watching these two have a lover's quarrel, and all of a sudden the whole cave just goes and just like lit up by like daylight.
I'm just gonna look at my skin in the light now.
Full vampire sparkle.
Yeah, 100% Twilight vampire, golden sparkle. You're
This is the skin of a
gorgeous.
killer, Bella.
What are you?
Say
Say
I can keep it. Thank you. I know what you're trying to do. Okay. Oh, thank you for that beautiful display of I don't know what, but it was pretty amazing. I can see you're a great wizard, and I just know that I cannot do magic, and having something like this would really help me. And
I can show you the world.
I do not like this. Stop singing to me.
But in seriousness, if anyone wants to learn magic, I'm always here.
Dave, I'm gonna kill you for this.
This is my best moment.
And I'll walk away like sullen with my head down low. And Elusis will be behind, like walking behind, drooping its head.
That's so cute.
Sort of does that for a second, but also turns around at all of you and winks with his middle eye.
That's creepy as fuck.
So now I have the wand.
Now you have the wand, so
Okay,
add a
great.
wand of magic missiles to your inventory.
Great.
We can take a break at that. We'll be back very shortly, as the break has been asked for. We'll see you all
Would
in
you
a few
like to go?
minutes. We will be back with more singing, more golden dicks, and who knows what else.
Ultimate gold members.
Oh my
we're back. So, we have 2 golden glowing boys, 2 singing wonders, a donkey-eared halfling, and a very insightful elf who are all chilling out in this magical hot-springed cave halfway up the side of a giant cliff that leads to a plateaued swamp going to a magic tree. What would you like to do?
Look, what time is it in the day with Key Mind?
It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. You guys started the climb around 11 o'clock in the morning. You climbed. You've been in this cave for maybe about a half an hour.
Okay. It's 3:03, and we have probably another 4.5 to 6 hours of really good light. I hate to admit it, but this place seems relatively safe. I forgot to.
Yeah, guys, I can hear your hearts beating, and I don't hear anything else going on here. Besides that mouse that farted in the corner over there.
And I think it might make sense to just set up our tents for the night.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
For the night. Or should we just take a short rest?
You essentially already have. You all got the short rest from just being in the water.
Already.
Would you like to go to bed at like 4 p.m.?
Because you guys have been in the water, none of you are tired.
Oh.
So you could essentially take a short rest, but you're just going to be doing this until about like 11:30, 12 o'clock before you finally feel like you're able to rest. You could by all means stop and take camp, but it's not like you're going to sleep
time
at
of day
3
it is?
o'clock and wake up at 11 and go.
How many hours are we away from the top?
You have no idea. Make a survival check for me.
That one.
You have no idea.
Can I, since I was at the front?
I mean, you can just because you want to.
Okay. 18.
Probably at the speed you guys have been climbing, probably another 4 hours from the top, maybe 3 because you all feel pretty good right now.
And it's noon?
It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh.
So you would get to the top around sunset.
All right, well, I know we're all feeling pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm going to point at X. I reckon we got another 3 hours left on the climb. We could get up there at sunset in the golden hour. We can make camp at the top.
You and I could probably watch the sunset together.
Sure, we can sit on the cliff, look at our skin, and look at the sun.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Probably, I think it's... My mom always said actually that like too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing. So I'm got some in my canteen. So next time we want to enjoy this wonderful water, I will just spritz us all.
Sounds good. All right, so
Is everybody wanting to make the climb?
yes.
I would appreciate to dish out all this gold before we make that climb, and I'm going to give everyone 484 gold just to distribute the way I know I've never seen anything like this, but I found it in that corner over there by the skeletons.
Wow.
418, you said?
484 pieces of gold, which is more than I've seen in my entire... This is more than I've seen in my entire life.
That was like my monthly allowance.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Stuff from the bottom.
It was probably half your monthly allowance.
Yeah.
Weekly allowance.
Weekly allowance.
And I have this ointment that... And I go, look, I open the jar and it's like, it looks kind of funky.
Let me take a look at that. Can I see?
Yeah, it's here.
Can I figure out what it is?
Well, he's already explained what
Oh,
it
you're
is.
explaining.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's the Keelcam's ointment.
Can I hang on to this?
It's all yours.
Thanks.
So add it to your inventory. If you just, when you're looking for, if you go to manage inventory and you go to add it to your inventory, it is, if you just put in KEOG, it should come up.
Should I be putting a whistle in? Or do I just remember?
Just, you can put it into your miscellaneous items, just put in a platinum whistle. Okay.
Enon, how are you feeling?
excited to continue our journey.
You look a little cold, and I'm gonna bring out the coat, the traveler's greatcoat. I'm like, it just kind of seems to fit you really nicely, and I'll just like put it on your shoulders and like,
For me?
and then I was like, and I'll skeetle away like,
So technically you can't wear it
Why?
because you're a sorcerer and it acts as studded armor, and so that makes it light armor, and you cannot wear light armor.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I cannot take this.
I just take it.
But you all pretty wet, so why don't I
I'm
dry
gonna
everyone?
cast prestidigitation
Oh,
on myself
but-
because I'm a strong, independent woman and I don't need your help.
I
So
guess I'll just do it
Alora-
on
basically
myself.
everybody except for Adon can wear that coat. Yeah, because it acts as light armor. So
You wear it.
Elt's gonna get out of the water and do his best with his short hair, but to do like
make a performance check with
because he is-
advantage.
He
Man.
is feeling himself.
Feeling.
Such a thirst trap right now.
This is like the prince from Shrek. You remember that?
Yes.
naked and glowing gold.
18.
18. Not
Shrek
only does your hair whip back in that like perfect arc, that crescent of beautiful glistening water, but also the water from your penis. Perfect glistening arc.
A drop lands on X's lip.
That's weird. Well, why don't I dry you off, and well, so you can get dressed. Don't worry, I won't miss the sardine.
What's happening?
And
Valiant's donkey ears are just gonna go.
Keep in mind, he rolled a 1 for flaccid. So.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna just grab his armor and just walk to the front of the cave and just stand at the entrance, just holding,
Just air drying.
just air drying at the front of the cave.
Just
Yeah.
I prefer Grumpy Elt.
Just before we leave Eleusis, out of curiosity, it's going to follow the stream all the way to the mouth. See where
It just literally goes to the back of the cave where Alora went, and it's just like a water spout that comes out of like a rock face. It's like a natural spring.
I'll go
kind of
back there and I'll fill up my entire water bladder.
water skin. It is
It is.
a water bladder. Is like he just docks with the rock face.
I'm gonna fill mine up as well.
You never know what this could do in the future to save our butts in a bad situation.
I hope
We
it
just sing
lasts
in
outside of the cave still.
It's gonna be great.
Is anybody else doing anything in the cave? Keep in mind, everyone who came out of the water fully clothed is dripping wet, heavy, and clothed
I only put
and
my
cold.
feet in the water.
I've
Yeah.
cast prestidigitation on myself to dry.
All
And I
right.
cast it on his sardine and myself. So.
So you're standing there in the front of the cave, and you just like all of a sudden you're dry downstairs.
But only there.
Just
But only
there.
there.
Hey, Exos, you wouldn't mind drying me off, but still everywhere and everywhere. Please.
Oh, no problem, Peter. Let me just and I'm just gonna I'm feeling we're all happy, everyone's having a good time. I'm just gonna walk around and kind of do a 360 around him and just dry him off.
A
Delightful.
little dance.
Yeah.
Thalia wants to search the cave before we go. I know it's already been searched, but
Make an investigation check.
I get advantage, but it's not for hearing, so no.
That's perception for hearing. Yeah.
Probably not very good. 5.
You found the mouse that farted.
Gonna name it Henry.
We have a mouse now.
Oh no, it runs away. It just farts again and then runs away. But you found him.
It's having some
Nervous
digestive
farting.
upset. Yeah.
Can I look at the
It's
skeleton?
chewing on one of the skeletons. Okay, you look at the skeleton.
Just one more time.
Yeah.
So funny.
19.
19. Okay, so with a 19, which is the highest roll we've had on the skeleton so far, you find a small leather-bound journal.
Oh. What does it say if I open it up? Just to look at the language.
What languages do you speak?
A lot.
She's
She
very
went to
educated.
private school.
Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Thieves' Cart, and Undercommon.
Okay. It is in Undercommon. Where in the journal do you open it up?
Thieves' Cunt.
Hey, we warned you.
Earmuffs, babies.
Don't forget
Someone is in the house.
It's an Undercommon?
Yep.
Okay. So what does it say?
Where in, so it's a fairly full written journal. Like, do you go to the first page, the last page, somewhere in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle.
Roll a d20 for me.
14.
So you flip somewhere in the middle, and you get the gist that this was a travel journal. And it says, Day 68. We'd been going through the tunnels on our way to Strand Haven when all of a sudden the ground heaved, the ground wrenched. We were all cast down. Matthias fell unconscious. The light of day spilled through the mouth of a cave that we were not in moments before. The smell of sulfur filled the air. We are no longer underground. We are above ground. We don't know how we got here, but we will try to find a way home. That's what that page says.
Okay.
Hey, Laura, what are you doing over there?
Gonna tuck the book into my cloak and then go over there.
Did I see you tuck something into your cloak?
No, because where the skeletons were, they're in like a little cubby that would have been out of your eyesight.
I think I heard something.
You definitely didn't stop metagaming, or I will reduce your hit points by 10.
Did I hear something?
Make a perception check with advantage for
Find
hearing
your
a book
secrets.
go into a pocket. I will say the DC is a 25.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that will have guts. Yeah, 23. You know.
You heard her rustling around, but you have no idea what she could have
whatever.
just been taking a pee.
Yep.
I suppose giving a pee, because you don't really take a pee.
What does it mean?
Nobody else is surprised by that?
Emptying her water
Shower
bladder.
thoughts.
Blew your mind.
All right. I'm in Laura now.
Nice.
Elt's getting dressed at the cave.
Okay. So everybody's dried off. Everybody is dressed. Everybody has rustled around the cave. You have found every possible thing that can be found in this cave. What are y'all doing?
Let's go.
What order would we like to climb in?
I'd like to go second.
I'll take the lead again.
So same order as before.
And I'll set up the ropes.
Hexos, I think it might make sense for you to either be in the front or the very back if we're talking about leverage and pulling or pushing.
Oh, you're probably pretty smart there. I'll go to the front, and then as I'm passing Elton, it's like, just a couple of gold bros, am I right?
Elt's gonna chuckle and give him a.
Oh, hang Lucy too.
And I'm gonna, as I'm leading from the front, I'm gonna just have my instrument just ready just in case.
Okay.
I'm in the back.
I'm gonna be listening for everything as I go, like any little rock falling and stuff like that.
No problem. Can I have everybody roll a wisdom saving throw for me as you leave the cave?
Oh my gosh.
No longer rolling well.
It's all cave magic.
We loved it while it lasted.
14.
16.
7.
10.
13.
4.
So Extos, Eltamil, Anan, D100s for me.
93.
Wait, what? Oh, 96.
59.
Okay. For 93, you are once again, same thing that happened when you first laid eyes upon the tree, overwhelmed with compassion and joy.
I am overwhelmed
And singing.
with compassion and joy.
Wow. Again?
What is
going on?
what is Lucis's intelligence score? Peter?
Pardon?
What is Lucis's intelligence?
10.
10? Okay. And 59.
On stream.
Just a complete nightmare of the person. I don't know.
I just can't. Nothing I do is good.
Should I roll for Louis or is Louis?
No. He. Oh, actually, yes. Do low. So you just see, is Lucis wrapped around you right now? So it just starts going. You feel through the emotional bond that you have with Lucis that he's confused, struggling to concentrate, would try to look at things and his eyes would go blurry, even now that he's got true sight. Just like everything just seems overwhelming and hard to deal with. And roll a wisdom saving throw for Lucis.
Nat 20.
Okay. No problem. So he's struggling to concentrate, but is otherwise holding on.
It's okay, buddy. Just tuck yourself away for now. I got this.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Because that's what your singing does.
15, I think. Yep.
Yeah. So, sort of like shuts its eyes really, really tight and just like burrows into your cloak, into the darkness of your cloak against the warmth of your body, and just stays there and feels a little bit more comforted by that. Okay, so you guys begin to climb again. Can I just get dexterity saves from everybody?
Nothing happens.
What happened to you happened to other things.
Is it dexterity or constitution?
Dexterity. This
Dexterity?
is just for your footing as you guys
Got
are
it.
climbing.
9.
14.
17.
16.
Nat 1.
15.
Okay, enough of you passed. It was a group check, so half of you had to pass, 2 of you failed, 4 of you passed. You guys are all able, with the rope tied around you and everything else like that lowered the DC, and you guys are able to basically, every now and again, you know, Elt might
Return
like,
the favor.
you see Elt just sort of like looking out in the distance, and he's going to step off, and you're just like, hey, buddy, just... Okay. Same thing with you at the back end. You're just like got your instrument out and you're just like plucking away, working on a song, and you sort of get like tugged by the rope as Inon takes a turn, and you're like, oh, right, okay. But you guys are able to work your way up the cliff face over the next couple of hours, and because of finding the cave halfway up and refreshing yourself, you don't get exhausted. It is a long 3.5, 4 hour climb. The sun is setting as you are getting up there, but because you're climbing on the west face of this cliff, you have the light the whole way up. So even though the sun is going down, you're never climbing in darkness. And eventually you make your way to the top of this cliff to, there's maybe about 30 or 40 feet left. It's sort of like you get to a bit of an embankment, and then about 100 feet in the distance, there's another like little bit of a cliff, and then you're at the top. But up here, the ground is getting soft under feet for everybody but you, thanks to your new boots. It is hard to move through. Like, it is sinking up like mid-calf, mid-thigh for you, Thalia. It's stinks of rotten vegetation. The leaves that are up here are all rotting, and not only that, but you assume the ground beneath as well is suffering the effects of whatever is happening here, and it is just swampland essentially for as far as the eye can see. Make a perception check for me, and make a perception check at advantage for me.
Okay, fucked me up.
23.
23. You hear something, you're not sure what, but at the top of that final rise, you hear a sound.
What does it sound like?
Similar to your footsteps of your friends.
Guys, I think there's something up there. Listen. Can you hear that?
No.
I think that Thalia, your larger ears are giving you perhaps a bit of an advantage that we do not have.
Okay. Well, I think that we should be careful and be ready and be quiet until we find out what it is. I chimed in with, haven't you? Close the goddamn door. Being quiet.
So I guess since I'm leading, I'm just gonna kind of like.
I thought you were at the
playing.
back.
Oh, I thought it was.
He went up to the front.
Oh, you went up to the front.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make a perception check for me then.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Not good.
14.
14. You're pretty sure you see something moving up there.
Guys, so, I think Thalia's right. Like, I think there is something. I just kind of saw, like, maybe a little bit of movement up there. Do you want me to, like, maybe fly up there and just check it out? Or should we send Elusis?
Can we send it loose?
Yeah, because he has that sight thing now.
I'll check if he's up to it.
He's still feeling, you can still feel through the bond that he's struggling still.
We'll see how far it goes, but I don't know if he can make it.
Does anyone have invisibility?
Yeah, I do.
Eltmill afraid.
I'll call.
I don't have to get rid of this golden.
Can I
Gorgeous skin.
technically cast levitate on Elt while he is using invisibility?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's your concentration and his concentration. It's not double concentration.
Cool.
It would have been pretty tight to use levitate one by one to get all the horses up the cliff.
Levitate doesn't work like that.
Motherfucker.
All right, X. If I go
You can only
invisible,
lift something
you're
about
gonna
20
lift me
feet
up.
with levitate. It's not a fly spell.
All right, okay.
It's a
Sounds
levitate
like a
spell.
golden idea to me.
It appears that we are some sort of golden brothers. Okay, here we go. All right. Make yourself invisible.
Gold dust just.
Yeah. Oh, it worked. I can't see you. This is pretty good. Okay.
I'm just gonna slowly kind of like pluck and just like try to direct the magic.
Can he only lift me straight up? Or can he move me around?
Have you cast levitate yet?
Actually, can he if he can even see me?
Nope.
Damn it!
Wait,
Gotta read your spells, buddy. Levitate requires you to be able to see the thing that you are casting the spell on.
I said I cast gold dust. I cast it.
This is bad.
All right. Okay.
The spellcaster's dilemma in Dungeons and Dragons. Read your spells
Yes.
before you cast them.
Yeah.
It literally
Can we
says,
roleplay through
a
this?
creature you can see
Okay,
within range.
okay.
Go for it.
Actually, appears to be some sort of mechanical issue with the limits of our reality.
Wow, what's going on?
Okay. So maybe just don't go invisible.
I'm already invisible. I can't be doing this
Why
all
don't you
day.
climb up? How far are we away?
How about this? Can I pick up a rock? Can you see the rock?
He can see the rock, but it requires a creature he can see.
oh wait,
But
wait,
Or an object. He can cast it on the rock.
And you
Yeah,
and then
I was
pull you
gonna-
up.
I was gonna ask if he can see it.
And the
He
target can weigh up to
so he
500
You can see
pounds.
because it's when you cast invisibility, it is everything that is on you when
Okay.
you cast
I didn't know if I
invisibility.
grabbed something it would go invisible.
No.
So. Can you see this? I'm just
yeah,
gonna wait
This is
for
a
rock.
hovering.
it appears to be some sort of rock.
Well, why can't you lift me up then?
Oh, man, Elt, are you like perhaps the smartest person in our party, even more than Peter now?
Yeah, I like to think so.
All right, okay, great idea. Hang on, really tight.
You should pick up a leaf instead so it looks like you're blowing around, not the rock floating in the midair.
The new smartest person title.
A horse and wagon-sized leaf.
It's okay. There's actually lots of rocks that have been flying around. They'll never know.
Okay, I am just gonna hang on to this little.
Forgot.
It'll be about like the size of a little bit smaller than a volleyball.
I'm gonna need you to make an investigation check to find a rock in a swamp that is smaller than a volleyball.
Sorry, I thought we were still on the cliff. If
As
it's
soon as you guys came up over the
okay, if
cliff,
it's
you were
easier
in
to find
swamp.
a
and then
stick. I'll do a stick instead.
make an investigation check.
Why can't you just walk over?
It's an 8.
It is an 8. You find a stick, but it's a little damp. There's a chance it might break. It might not.
enough.
But I will say your strength check is going to have disadvantage.
I literally said the C word so
Just to make
loudly
it
on
Can I
air.
hold on to it vertically so it's not putting the pressure in the middle, so I can hold on?
It can still break. It's
Yeah.
holding your weight.
Yeah.
Your future employer is gonna watch that.
How high does he have to lift me?
Fire.
But he can only carry. Well, I mean, the cliff face is about
I must
30, 40 feet up.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Well,
risk
here,
it.
let me just make it easier and give you guys a visual
I
representation.
think we can make it.
Appears they all come to join into
That
battle.
is gonna make me laugh like out of the
Out of the blue.
out of the blue for the next 2 weeks.
gonna
I
do an
swear.
entire
I didn't have time to
session
finish
climbing a
painting this
cliff.
today, but this is the best.
We're
Hey.
not. We took too long.
It's a
at
long
Hot
session today,
Springs.
chat.
So,
Chad, who's Chad?
you guys are basically over here. This is the final
Being an
pitch face.
asshole.
I just smacked my mic.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody who's
So
listening.
we're going up that. Okay.
Yeah. You guys, everybody put yourself on this side of the map. Somebody throw Thalia on there.
I'm at the base.
Well, you wouldn't be if they're all casting spells.
Oh, thank
still, 'cause
you.
You have to be within range. True.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Wow.
What? I've got this like interesting unlabeled thing going on right now.
We're turning this into a very rated R.
Well, somebody.
Many things.
Says thieves cunt lady.
That's what I was referring to.
If the stick's damp,
What about penis man
I mean,
over
it's
there?
swampy, so you're not.
I'll still roll strength at disadvantage because I had time to look at my inventory. But I'd like to pull the crowbar that I have in my inventory, so it's not going to snap. Can I use that instead? I'll still roll it at disadvantage to
Sure.
see if I grip on.
No, you'll just roll a strength check.
Okay. I feel like,
That
I
that
feel like
is-
I'm taking advantage.
No,
of
that's a
getting on
that's a
that.
clever move, and he has not yet cast the spell, so that's
Okay.
I have no problem with that. I'm not here to punish you guys.
Okay. I'm waving around a metal crowbar.
So you just see a crowbar.
Very off color.
Well, actually,
Actually, no,
let
that's
me,
More
on
off
me,
color
that's on
than
me.
what I
Oh.
said.
well, hang on. Let me check the spell because
We'll not say it.
I'm not 100% sure how.
That's a difference
Anything-
between you and me.
Anything the target
You're
is
better than
wearing
me.
or carrying is invisible as long as
So
it's
look
the
it out there.
target's person.
There's a filter.
So you can drop it,
Not
and
over
then it
here.
become visible, and then you can pick it up.
Can I do that?
Sure.
I'll throw it at his feet.
Well, make an intelligence
Yeah, I was
check
gonna
for
say.
me.
Nope. I roll a 7. I have a -1.
Okay, so you pull out your crowbar, and you're like, "Can you see this?"
I can't see anything.
All right, well, we'll go back to the stick then.
Oh,
So he
okay,
picks
it's
up
full.
a soggy stick out of but you can see it. You just see the stick just sort of go whoop and start levitating.
Okay, I see it.
Nobody else has anything? Yeah,
walking
fuck it.
away.
We're taking the stick.
All right.
Just
Okay.
walk. Just walk.
All right. Ready? Okay. I'm just gonna slowly, lightly strum.
I'm gonna walk that way. Still
'Kay.
slowly moving the stick.
Walk away.
I like
Very gracefully.
piece of,
What's the range on levitate?
60 feet.
So you have to stay within 60 feet of him, which is most of this board, but yeah.
Peter's gonna stealthily go with and sneak with.
Are you moving up stealthily?
What are we going up?
Yeah. Stealth check.
So you missed this because you were taking care of the dogs, as one does in this house. Extos saw something move at the top, and you heard something move at the top. So Eltamil has gone invisible,
Giving up on
and Extos has cast Levitate on a stick.
And I'm gonna hold on to the stick because
Okay.
he can't see me and I went invisible, so he can't levitate me.
Right.
Because we're idiots. I gotta drinking too much.
13.
13.
El's gonna be mumbling to himself.
You stealth for you as well, but at advantage because you're invisible. 6.
Can I cast Pass Without Trace?
It's too late at this point in time.
Okay.
24.
24. Okay. Okay. So you're at the base of the cliff. You are halfway there. You are. Where did you go?
Right by Exos.
Right by Extos. Just move Peter. Yeah.
You can bring. Lucis is with me, but.
That's fine. Yeah. We can just assume where you are, he is.
Okay, and I'm gonna start levitating the stick.
Okay, so you cast Levitate, mark off the charge on the Cittern. Strength saving throw with disadvantage.
Yeah. Decent. Okay, 14. 16.
16 with disadvantage. Okay, you
I rolled a
are.
14, 16.
I was gonna have you. You had to beat his spell save, and you did. So.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you lift him up 20 feet in the air. Hang on a sec. I got fly things in here somewhere in my bag of tricks. They're on the other side. 'Cause I have so many D&D things that I never
Did you
get to
see those
use,
at the
so
top?
No, I can't see anything over there. I see leaves.
Oh, it is leaves.
I know, I thought it was a
Thought
dragon.
it was a dragon.
I was like,
Never
"That's a
mind."
dragon." It's not a dragon.
So this is all like, is that like a cliff and leaves?
This
Yeah,
is the
cliffs,
final
yes.
cliff to the plateau of like the dead.
Guys, basically, yeah, you came to like a flat rise, and then there was a final cliff that you saw. So
This is the last little bit.
Oh.
Let's get down to business.
Like the musical battlefield.
Yes.
So
Saw you, my dude.
It's Saturday.
wait, no, 20 feet.
Isn't it
You're not
Monday?
It's my Saturday.
Oh. I woke up thinking it was Tuesday, so
Virginia came downstairs.
just
And-
let's leave this for another moment.
No, say it now.
say it
Scream.
She came downstairs, and I was like, "Hey, good morning. Tellus is gonna be here in an hour," and she was like, "Fuck!" And
That's
I'm
not
like,
what I said.
"It's actually exactly."
Just
what
like that.
Yeah, totally. That's not Evan.
I thought I'd
layering
start
that with
war.
Enjoy your car ride home.
That's exactly what
Evan, I'll pitch for an Uber.
That's exactly what happened.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Thought to start work. Didn't have to work today. It was a big mess.
Do any of this
Do you
properly.
start your? No, sorry, not till the new year.
A
Never
solid
mind.
Yeah.
little.
I knew the answer.
That's a good little work.
I like that.
There we
I
go.
was just.
We got there. All right.
We're recording for YouTube podcast.
You can
So I
hover.
can catch up with my friend. Live.
Only if you say things off color.
Cool.
That's so cool.
It's fantastic.
That's great.
That's amazing.
So, what would you like to do now that you are hovering 20 feet up, holding onto a soggy stick in the middle of the air?
What can I see?
Make a perception check.
19.
19.
I do have.
You can see
Oh.
what look like 2 giant walking mushroom people
Oh, I love it.
just slurping about in the swamp.
Could I make an intelligence check to see if I would interpret them as being a threat in this area?
Be an insight.
Insight? I much prefer insight. 20.
20. They don't appear to be a threat at this moment, but they definitely appear to be keeping watch,
And they belong here?
as far as you can tell.
Are they intimidating to me?
Are you intimidated by giant mushroom men? Stand about 7.5
How
feet
fragile is
tall.
your ego?
7.5
Giant
feet.
mushroom cap heads.
That's so cool.
That would be off-put. I'm just trying to... Yeah. There's really not much I can do. I can't really... How good does Elt feel right now?
Roll for it.
He's a golden god.
He was feeling pretty dang good. I'm just saying.
Oh, he's sending it. I said 12 and up, and I got a 12.
What are you sending?
How far away from the cliff am I right now?
15, 20 feet.
Okay. I'm going to shout. Well, you better all get up here. There's 2 mushroom giants, and I'm going in. And now I'm going to cast
shit.
Misty Step to the ledge.
Okay.
This is cinematic.
So you misty step
And then I
forward.
turn visible.
Yeah, you
It's a
would
good word for
instantly turn
suicidal.
visible, and just for the sake of things, we're gonna everybody roll initiative for me.
He told me to roll for it. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm going to terrible.
All right, Peter,
It would be a 13.
13. Elora,
7.
7. Extos,
8.
8. And on.
9.
Jesus, you
Ooh.
I
guys.
thought I rolled terrible. Okay.
Thalia,
17.
17. And Eltamiel,
11.
11.
Oopsie.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for them.
So we gotta climb that. How are we gonna get up there? It's gonna take us a while.
It's only 30 feet.
Oh, okay. It's not too bad. Oh, it's
Okay,
dead by the time
I
we get
rolled
there.
dreadfully low on their initiative.
Oh yeah.
So Thalia,
Unconscious
you
but
are
stable.
first.
And I'm
Peter,
smelling gold in
you
my
are
nose.
on
That was my
deck.
head.
I will set the scene at this point in time of you guys. It is sunset. The sky is getting sort of like just before it dips below the horizon because you're up a fair height, so you got the sun for a little bit longer here. So it is still that golden glow, but it is behind you, casting all of that light forward. You see across this nasty swamp that is hard to walk across. Then there is this 30 or 40 foot rise. And then you guys saw this stick being lifted in the air by Extos. And then all you heard is, you all better get up here. There's some giant mushroom men, and I'm full sending it. And then you see,
The last thing you see is
yeah, you literally
You're
see
invisible.
Eltamiel.
when I cast
No,
a
he
spell, I go
pops visible and then goes into this cloud of sort of purple dust and then appears on the cliff edge.
You thought
That is
golden
what you
hours
all
behind
see.
you.
Thalia, it is your turn. Peter, you are on deck.
Can I hear the mushroom men react?
Roll a perception check with advantage.
Great play.
No kidding.
28.
28. You would hear. Actually, what languages do they speak?
That's 2 nat 20 on your perception.
Mushroom,
checks. That's incredible.
The mushroom man!
With this
The mushroom man!
You just you
Please,
hear.
Andre.
You have no idea
That's
how
an
to
oldie.
see this because
Way
you can't
back.
see it, but you hear 2 creatures shift in the muck. You just hear, and that's it.
Okay.
impressive.
Have I?
Well, I can't cast anything from the distance that I'm at, right? I have to get closer.
You tell me.
How far am I away?
Probably like
From what?
The mushroom.
Well, you can't see the mushroom people.
Right.
You can only just see me, I think.
Right.
Because he's on the edge of the cliff. Imagine little
top of
little
your-
Thalia waist deep in mud looking up a 40-foot cliff from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65 feet away. You see the back of Eltamil, but that is it. That is all you see.
Top of a house and a half.
Right. Okay. Can you do that magic thing again and bring me with you when you fly up and take us to the cliff? X. Sorry.
Well,
Damn E-names.
I know.
yeah, probably I can. Actually, let me just. Do you need to be invisible or?
No,
You can only-
I think the element of the prize is gone now.
All right. Okay.
No, you free action. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna instruct Thalia.
We're not in combat, so
Okay. Yeah.
we're just doing actions. in
Elia,
turn.
get to the bottom of the cliff and I'll lift you up.
You coming up with me, X?
Yeah, but I'll probably do first and then I'll fly up.
Could I just fly up with you? I don't weigh that much.
I don't think I can cast both at the same time, can I?
Cast which?
Levitate and fly.
But you don't need to cast levitate if I just like grab onto you and you fly.
True,
I
but
could,
let me
like,
see.
piggyback.
Make
How
a
does
make an
weight
intelligence check.
transfer over with levitate.
What's that?
Does he have a weight limit on levitate?
500 pounds.
Oh, 500. You could levitate a bunch of us.
What am I doing? An intelligence check?
Yep.
Built solid muscle though, so he's probably like
310. He's just 8
He's like an
feet wide. 21.
Yeah.
So you could definitely carry somebody with a fly or a levitate spell.
Okay.
It would just reduce the speed by half.
Okay. Well, it probably doesn't hurt to try. So why don't you I'll start getting up in the air. Then you maybe grab onto my leg, and then we'll bring you up.
So are you good at
I want to go on your piggyback. I think that will feel safer.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you hop on up?
And I'm just gonna like kind of.
Well, she's like 40 feet behind you.
Oh, I'm gonna go up to him.
So you can move. This is difficult terrain.
Okay.
So Thalia's movement is what?
Uh,
Her movement speed?
let me see. What is speed under?
It's at the top on the
Oh.
walking where it says.
Wait, where is it? 25.
So 25 feet.
Because you had just a wee one. So you can move at half of that. So technically you can only move 10 feet with your movement. So
Okay.
it will take you many turns to get up to where Extos is.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Can she double? Can she use her
Yeah,
action?
you can
bonus?
use your action. You could go 20 feet, which would still get you about 3/4 of the way to Extos.
I'll do that.
I would just leave you a bonus
actually,
action for
can
your
I-
turn. It's not your turn.
Oh, it's not my turn.
We're in initiative.
I have a bonus action.
You would have a bonus action left because you can use your action and your movement. So you can use your action to dash, which means you would be able to muck your way 20 feet forward.
Okay. Can I use my bonus action to keep moving a little bit further?
No. Unfortunately, no.
Uh,
Unless you have a spell that allows you to do that.
I think I'll just cast Spiritual Weapon just to be safe. My bonus action.
Okay, where would you like to cast it?
I can't really see anything going on up there, right?
So you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then you can cast a spiritual weapon within 60 feet of you.
I'll just cast it next to me for now.
And you've got your spiritual weapon, so put it wherever you want. Okay, and that is Thalia's turn. Pete, you are up. Elk, you're on deck.
Peter McPeterson. Okay.
I rolled a 2 and an 8 for those boys.
Immediately, Blade Song is activated, and Peter's going to run the 40 feet he has. What's up?
Nothing. I'm just-
Yeah. Moving as far forward as he can.
So you're at half movement as well.
20.
So 20, so you're doing dash.
Yeah, let's see how far the 20 gets me, and I'll make a decision if another 20 gets me there.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
And what's another 20?
5, 10, 15, and then you've got to make a climb check to go up. Athletics to go up.
Climb check it is.
So make an athletics roll, and that will be your entire turn to go up the final 5 feet.
7.
7 doesn't make it. You get up there. You even with your blade song, you can move fast, but this ground is thick and gross and muddy and awful. You're still able to dash forward 40 feet. You almost feel yourself lifting out of the mud a little bit as you're running. You get up to the cliff face and you go to like put a hand to pull yourself up, and you just grab a patch of like wet moss and it just pulls off and you can't pull yourself up.
Okay. We need to do this as quietly as we can. If they're looking out, that means that there's others behind there.
Make a stealth check, because you're yelling across a large distance. So you're trying to...
He's throwing his voice, actually.
14.
14. Extos can hear you and Altamil can hear you, but that's it.
Perfect. Good enough for me. And Elusis, if it's possible, is going to 30 feet. How many is 60 feet?
Did you roll initiative for him?
We've gone back and forth in this multiple times. Same turn?
He can go one after you, sure.
Cool.
We'll just do that for ease from now on. He always goes right after you, or on the same turn. That way, if you want him to do the help action, it doesn't screw you.
Okay. Movement.
So I will add him into the initiative there. Okay.
Elusis is going to take 60 feet of flight.
Okay.
And... And Elusis is going to go in for I think it's Sting. Yeah, Sting.
Keep in mind it's up and over.
So 30 and 30?
So 30 up and then 30 over.
Okay.
And he was there, so 5, 10, 15,
Oh,
20.
Elusis was on me. So he would have taken off.
Yeah, because remember he was tucked in.
Okay. Okay. So he's making a sting attack on which one?
Sting, let's go on the left one, my left one.
We don't know if they want to attack us yet.
Where is
Yeah,
Elusis?
Oh.
Where's his mini?
Because they might not even be hostile yet.
We don't
Too
know
late now.
anything about
Stealth is a
them.
great deception. Not that great.
Roll an attack.
Did you attack?
It's pretty low.
No.
15.
And then, oop.
15 misses. So Elusis
Oh,
swings
good.
down and goes to sting this creature with its tail, and it just sort of like bats Elusis to the side.
Excellent.
Peter elted because he thought that elted.
Eltamil, you are up. You see Elusis dive down out of the sky, just come up, just and dive down to this one and just sting at it with its tail, and it just gets smacked aside.
I have 6 seconds. That's my turn to talk.
That's it.
Do it. Well, I guess besides that attack, all they've done is just turn towards me.
Mhm.
Hey, now that's my pet. Don't be hitting it out of the air.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Okay. 13, 17, 13, 21. Good at lying.
The one that just got stung just looks over at you and opens its mouth. And when you would expect a sound or a scream or something like that, instead it just spews spores in your direction. They don't quite make it your way, but you get the impression that it did not believe you.
Okay. Is this difficult terrain?
Yeah.
Up here? Okay, I'm going to... How far are they? About 30 feet? The one on the right there?
20.
20 feet? I'm going to move 5 and 10 feet, basically to the tip of where that delaying leaf is in the grass.
5, 10.
Yeah. And then I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast. After he casts spores, like, well, all right then. I'll move up a little bit and then cast Eldritch Blast on him.
Okay.
We don't even know if they're evil yet.
He just attacked me.
Maybe.
I tried to lie at him and he didn't believe me, so.
Roll any damage.
16.
16 just hits. Roll damage.
Killing innocent mushroom men.
They'll just grow back.
Fungus grows on dead things.
It's only 1 to 10. Seems very underwhelming. 9.
And here we are again.
Good range and good hit, but low damage.
Well, at level 5, you get 2 beams. So you roll 2 attacks.
I did not.
If you click on the spell, it says the spell creates more than 1 beam when you reach higher levels. 2 beams at 5th level, 3 beams at 11th, 4 beams at 17th. But
It
you
sure
roll
does.
separate attacks for each one. How much damage was on the first one?
9, and then I rolled a 14 on the second.
Second one misses. So the first one, you just like string your arm out, and that sort of like black ash swirls around your arm and then explodes outwards in this straight line and just hits this thing in the chest. A chunk of like fleshy mushroom just popping off, this explosion of spores as it again just goes, and spores coming out of its mouth with no sound. Second one just
I have
over its head.
5 more feet of movement then, since it's difficult. I'm going to move 5 more feet to the right. Yeah, perfect. I'm good.
All right. Anon, you are up. Extos, you are on deck.
Okay, Anon's going to go, gonna go as far forward, so she's got 40 feet. So.
Are you double moving?
Nope. I'm just gonna go.
So you only get 20 feet because it's difficult. Oh, no, wait.
Oh, no, but I got my.
You got the cats.
Yeah.
So you're good.
You got the cats.
40, and then I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor as my action.
Okay. What does Anon's mage armor look like as it protects you?
Oh, I haven't thought about that.
Ooh, that's good.
It just sort of like, almost like unfolds over my body, and it's kind of like a dark sort of stormy silvery gray color.
All right. So it's like out of your clothes, just like these like little pieces of like dark silvery, like sort of almost ethereal metal, just like,
Yeah, it's like smoky, kinda
all
looks
over
like
you.
smoke, yeah.
And sort of like
Optimum
covers
Prime.
your body and then sort of disappears
What?
in a second, but you know it's still there.
Optimum Prime.
And then I'm gonna, as my
That's the sound
bonus,
it makes.
as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Misty Step
Ooh.
and go the final and teleport 30 feet, so 5, 10.
So we can get you up on this cliff.
Awesome. And that's my turn.
All right. Extos.
So would I be able to, in one turn, move towards Thalia?
Yeah, it's only 5 feet of movement.
Okay, put her on my shoulder and then activate fly.
So you move towards Thalia.
Yep.
Make a strength check for me to pick her up at advantage because she's wee.
Yeah.
You guys whisper very loud.
14.
Yeah, no problem. You pick her up, put her on your shoulders,
Okay,
and
and
then
then
you go to strum to cast
Yep.
fly, and nothing happens. You can only cast each spell once per day.
Oh, well, this is not how I thought this would go.
So
Philia.
he runs over to you, picks you up, puts it on her shoulders, and then just like, and nothing happens.
How fit. Well, so can you just carry me there? Stuff's really deep.
Oh, okay. Let's give it a go and see how far we can go.
Okay, so
Carry me.
you already have difficult terrain,
And you're in heavy
and
armor.
you're carrying her in heavy armor, which reduces your speed by half, which is already reduced by half.
You don't
So
have
you
to
can
carry
move
me.
5 feet around. So you take one heavy step,
You got those strong sea
and
legs.
that is your turn.
I'll hop off so we can go farther.
On your turn, you sure can.
Just used him for the 5 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Love it.
We'll put that one in the Hall of Fame for most ridiculous turns.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that is the end of Extos' turn. It is this guy's turn. It's finally my turn. I guess we're gonna do this. It was
So no, I don't feel like
I
we're not
tried
bad
lying
guys.
to you.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
With like a 26, I lied to you, and you still passed.
But
It
he
was a
just attacked
21
them.
you lied to me
Oh, yeah.
with, and I got a natural 20 on the
Oh,
insight check.
damn it. That's
Unfortunately.
impressive.
Yeah. That is 5 feet. Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
This is Eld's time to shine. Oh. 13.
13. It walks up to you and without a sound just goes
Stunned.
shakes its head, and all of these spores fall off of its mushroom cap and out of its mouth and comes towards you, and you just go and you cannot move, and you are stunned.
I can't use reactions, can I?
You can't do anything when you're stunned.
It didn't hurt you. It
I
just
can't even
stunned you.
talk. Or can I talk?
When you are stunned, you are unable to move and can only speak falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and all attack rolls against you have advantage.
Yeah. That's terrible news.
Yeah. So you can kind of speak, but no.
Yeah.
That is its turn. Alora, you are up.
All right, can I roll a history check to see if I know I can't see them yet, or would I be able to if he's that far ahead or not?
You can
really?
see that front one sort of like lumber into view.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's still light. So you're
Is
okay.
stun a charm?
No.
Okay.
I just want to roll a history check to see if I know anything about this creature.
It would be a nature check.
Nature check. Okay.
Would +1 more save me because I have advantage +1 on saves. Okay. Sorry,
You missed it by 3.
I'll be more attentive.
No, you're good.
13.
You've heard of plant creatures, but you have no idea what
I don't
this
know.
is.
Okay.
It is a large mushroom man. That is all you know.
Okay. I'll just move up 15 feet then. That's really all I can do. And then I will use the magic missile for my attack, because that's really all I can do.
So you're using the wand of magic missiles?
Yeah.
What's the range on it?
120 feet. Does that make it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if you can even. Yeah, you
I
can just
get
see that
him?
thing. How many charges?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. Roll a 1d4.
You obliterate these possibly innocent mushrooms. I know, right? Haven't
4.
harmed us at all.
Okay. It takes 4 points of damage.
Great.
Did you roll for attack? Do you roll for attack on magic?
Magic missiles automatically hit.
No
They do very
way.
little damage, but they automatically hit.
That's the beauty of magic missiles. Just a forever hit.
It is forever,
forever hit.
guaranteed
Yeah.
hit of force damage, but they only do 1d4 per damage per level.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
not bad. So, first time ever, Alora, you like pull out this wand and you're like, okay, and you just go, and this like purple missile just like swirls out of it, and then just strikes this thing in this side. Again, taking a chunk of mushroom out of it. It just goes.
Can I see what's happening?
But you have seen this from all of your family members who have cast this spell just innately. This is the first time you've been able to, from your body, even though you're using this item, really cast magic beyond a booming blade.
Okay.
Everybody down there. Actually, no, you're ahead of her. You just see the purple go and then hit this thing.
I feel so bad.
Okay, it is the other creature's turn. I need Elucis to make a Constitution saving throw
Yeah.
for me, please.
18.
So this thing just looks at Elucis, and again, with these spores, they just wash all over Elucis, and he just sort of goes and is not affected by whatever it was trying to do.
Whoa!
Thalia, you are up. Elucis and Peter are on deck.
I'm going to walk with my own 2 feet towards the cliff and to climb up so I can see what's going on.
Okay, so you hop off and go 5, 10.
Oh my god.
The
Not the
worst.
round.
This is not going to be good.
Keep in mind, you can move your spiritual weapon as well.
I can't see anything though.
You sure can.
I'll just
Well, you can see all of your friends. And while you were on Exos's shoulders, you would have seen the mushroom creature.
Yeah, but I can't attack them without seeing them. Can I?
You tell me.
Check the weapon.
Oh, Dave,
Yes, you can move your spiritual weapon 20 feet per round, by the way.
it says that it deals 1d4 plus 1
Okay.
damage.
There you go. So 5 damage.
A creature within 5 feet of the weapon. Doesn't say that I need to be able to see it.
You don't.
Then I'll move it 20 feet.
Moves twice your range. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's keep pace with you. Did you want to dash with your action to move another 10 feet?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I can do that.
All right. Pete and Eleusis.
Pete cannot see the closest mushroom man to the cliff. Okay. Well, I had to learn this from the best. And I'm going to disappear into a cloud of mist and use Misty Step at 2nd level.
Dope.
And appear.
I hope the camera caught that.
30 feet?
30 feet.
Tell me this is not 30 feet.
It is 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. Get up top. That is, with the depth, that is exactly 30 feet for you to get there, because that's where you were.
And I'm going to line up with a shot and blow out and cast Firebolt to the one closest to me.
Okay.
Mushroom man.
15 plus 7 is 22 to hit.
22 hits. Keep in mind, it's 2. Oh, no, you're not level 5 source spell. I keep thinking you're level 5, but I forget your rogue levels.
Okay. 2 plus 7, 9 plus 3 is 12 points of damage.
How does 1d10 do 12 points of damage?
Oh, it says 2d10 for Firebolt now.
When you're a wizard level 5, I don't know if it actually just counts as level 5.
Might.
I think you need to have 5 levels of wizard.
I'm 3 levels of wizard right now, so you can double check
I'm just
that.
gonna double check.
Wait, I had Firebolt as a rogue
Lizard?
at level 1, and that's why.
You had Firebolt as a
It was yeah.
Oh, because you took Magic Initiate.
That's
That's
right.
how you got it. So, yep.
the only
Does
way that
2d10
could have happened.
damage.
You
That's
son
right.
of a gun.
So it was
right.
12 points of damage.
You're a
12
wizard.
points of damage.
So much sweat. So much sweat.
Against the closest one?
Yes.
All right.
If it's possible.
Yep. Sure is.
And out of fear, Eleusis, come back! And Eleusis will go for one last sting at the closest one to it, and then return to me.
Okay, make an attack.
15 plus 4 makes 19.
Hits.
Hit is 1d4 plus 2 piercing damage, and the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw of 11.
It is immune to poison, so it does not need to do that.
Wow.
So go ahead and roll your 1d4 plus 2 damage.
Go and roll your little 1d4 plus damage. It'll be 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Okay.
And then Eleusis is going to come back to me.
It is going to get an opportunity attack against Eleusis
As
it leaves range.
Armor class 13.
Does a 23 hit?
Just.
But a flesh wound! It'd be so sad if I lose true sight.
Oh yeah, that would not be good.
Okay, you are going to... Eleusis is going to take...
That was a lot of dice.
Lucis is gone.
Forever. No resummoning.
Eleusis is going to take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
5 or 5 0.
1 5. And 8 points of poison damage.
He walks it off. Eleusis disappears into a cloud of sparkles, glitters, golden
So
smoke.
this thing just reaches out with its fist and just slashes Eleusis, and he just... and is gone. Okay.
Eleusis, no!
You have to sing it.
That's pretty sung.
That is
No
Peter's and
melody.
Alyssa's turn. Eltamil, you're up. And on, you're
Can
on
I
deck.
try to fight being stunned or no?
No, you're just stunned, my dude.
Stunned.
So
Jeez.
your turn
Literally all I
is
can do is talk.
you can haltingly speak.
I'm stuck.
That is Eltamil's turn. And
I've
on,
been
you're on
I've
deck.
been thinking about it.
If I were to like, this is just a question outside. If I were to cast like, or not cast, sorry. If I were to try to persuade the mushroom people, that's an action, right?
Yep.
Do I risk it or do I just try to blow these mother effers up?
I don't speak our language.
I think we'll just blow them up. I'm going to climb up to the
You
top.
don't know that.
I'm gonna climb up to the top.
Make an athletics check for me.
Oh, okay. What's my athletics? Athletics? Sure, it's not acrobatics.
I am sure. It is climbing, not parkouring.
Oh,
Let's
does that
go
count?
with that.
19?
100% counts.
18.
18 is enough.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet of movement to get to the top.
Okay, and then, sorry, mushroom people. I was going to be friends, but now I'm just going to do this. I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt at 3rd level. And that is a 5-foot.
Oh, I know what lightning
You
bolt
know what
is.
it is.
What is the dexterity? What's your saving throw?
16.
16?
pounds. Pure muscle.
This thing is not very dexterous.
these guys
That's
weren't
what I was
like
banking on.
I got a 5. Nope, full damage.
Yeah, I know.
So go ahead and roll full lightning bolt damage.
And
no,
sorry,
I
I forgot to say I want to cast the twinning meta magic. Yeah, twin spell, so I can do both of them at the same time.
Okay.
We might not be able to what if they were pivotal?
Oh, wait. No, lightning bolt can't be twinned.
It can't be.
No, because you can only twin spells that can only target a single creature, and lightning bolt can hit everything in a line. So you cannot twin it.
Okay, sweet. So I don't need to twin it, but I'm just gonna try to position it so it hits both of them.
Okay, so you could go. You have 15 feet of movement left. 5, 10, 15. You can do it there. Get them both.
Okay, so they.
Second one will make it
Wait.
save.
Wait. To be on
Sorry?
your side. She doesn't have
She doesn't have difficult terrain.
Nice.
Okay, they both
Fuck
fail.
yourself.
Go ahead and roll full damage.
Okay, I need 8 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Come on.
Okay.
These poor innocent monsters folk.
22.
22 points of
This is
damage
not good.
on each of them. So you guys all see Anon just walking on top of the mud, just full bolt running, and then somehow just hand over hand moves herself up this cliff, and then this lightning bolt just escapes her hands, slices through both of these creatures, leaving burning holes, the smell of cooking vegetation in the air.
Sauteed mushroom.
How much damage?
22 points.
Jeez.
So she just did 44 points of damage.
Hi. Hiya.
Get it enough.
All right,
Are they still standing?
they are still standing. Extos.
I'm gonna cast. Okay, so question.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see anything in the description of the instrument, but does it have to be an action, or can I use it as a bonus action since I'm playing it from the sit turn?
You can use an action to play the instrument and cast one of its spells.
But it always has to be an action.
It literally says in the description of the instrument. Start of the middle paragraph.
Oh, my bad. Oopsies. Okay.
Take 3d6.
He only
Psychic
reads the first
damage.
paragraph.
We know this.
I skimmed. I'll cast the Wondrous Bark on, or Bark Skin.
The
on-
wondrous bark.
Your turn. You're done.
I want to cast it on Thalia. So now she has a minimum armor class of 16.
You have to get up to touch her. You have to be able to touch.
I will walk up to her.
She wears heavy armor.
My armor class is 17.
Ooh.
She wears heavy armor.
Back in the day.
I will not.
Me and you, baby.
Can I see the mushrooms?
Have fun.
This is your last spell fuck up I'm giving you for the rest of the night.
Got it. I see the first mushroom man.
No, you're too close to the cliff.
Okay.
Since you ran up to Thalia.
Tight. I'll just move. You know, let's just get as close. How close?
You can move 15 more feet, and that is your action.
And we're done.
Okay. You can bardically inspire someone if you want.
Yeah.
I better not.
You can do Inan, Peter,
I'll-
Thalia, or Alora.
Okay, I'll do a non.
All right.
And
Thanks.
So you have a D8 bardic inspiration. Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
level 5 now.
Yeah. Inspire me.
I'm gonna creep off into the shadows.
What are you gonna say to inspire me?
Okay.
Last boots and on.
This guy is going to turn. Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Good time to have a inspiration.
Yeah, I am gonna do that just to be safe. So 16 plus 5, 21.
21. Okay, so you are not going to be
Wow.
poisoned
Well done.
as it spews spores out over you, and you feel like you inhale some of it, and you're like, this isn't good. You just like close your eyes, and you're just like, nope. And the rest of them sort of wash over you and then are cast off in the breeze, but it does still get its fist attack on you as well. What's your armor class?
13.
So a 25 will definitely hit.
Can I, in this moment, how does dodge work?
You have to use dodge on your turn.
So it's not
So
a
if you have
reaction.
the shield spell, you can use the shield spell as a reaction to increase your armor class by 5 for the remainder of the remainder of the round. But you can dodge with your new boots as a bonus action, but you have to declare it on your turn. Yeah. All right. You are going to take 7, 8, 9, 11 points of bludgeoning damage
Don't love that.
and
There's
10
more.
points of poisoning damage.
love that.
So 22 points of damage in total.
Wow, they really gave what they got.
You literally got back exactly what you did to them.
Yeah, that's
Okay, that is that creature's turn. It just sort of looks at you, releases these spores, and then frustrated that the spores don't take hold, just like slashes at you across. And the mage armor like resists for a second, but the claws get through and just scrape across your chest, tearing your skin open. Alora, you are up.
So I really can't move anywhere.
But you can triple move as a rogue because you can action, bonus action, and move.
Yes, but I guess I'll just move as close as I can.
45 feet you can move, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Okay. Good. And then I'll use my wand again.
You cannot at that point see any of the creatures.
Okay. That's all I can do then. If I can't see,
does-
then I can't
actually,
do anything.
Does Magic Missile require you to see? I think it does, but let's double check.
Yes.
Yeah, so you cannot see them. Okay.
Can I just hide?
You used your bonus action to dash, so no, you cannot. You literally cannot do anything else. Actually, you wouldn't have even been able to use them.
Yeah, I just move. Right.
Okay, other guy is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I mean, you cast a big lightning bolt at him.
Oh man.
Make another Constitution saving throw for me.
You were really low armor class.
22.
22? What did you roll?
I have high constitution.
All right. So the poison does not take hold yet again. 22 hits.
No, of course not.
Do you have shield or no? Did you
I
not
don't.
take it?
I should, but I don't.
Okay, you are going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of poison damage.
I'm gonna cast a hellish rebuke as a reaction.
Okay.
But sorry, let me just do the points first. So 9 and 5.
Yeah, 14 points total.
Okay, and then I'm gonna cast hellish rebuke, and I'm just gonna say, Mushroom Man, you really suck ass.
Okay, what's the save it needs to make?
It's 16.
Is it Dex?
Yes.
Okay. Fails.
Nice.
What does that mean? It just feels bad about itself?
No, it takes a bunch of fire damage.
12,
like
points,
burns.
Sad
12 points
day.
of damage.
12 points. Against which one? The one that just attacked you?
Yeah.
Okay. It is looking messed up as you sing Mushroom Man at it. The fire just like comes out of your mouth and like singes it all over its face, its eyes flickering slightly. It is not having a good day. All right,
Neither
back to
am
the top of the round. Little Miss Thalia.
I'm gonna try to get up there.
Okay. Make an athletics check for me.
6.
You get to
Nope,
the base,
9. I
you
lied.
get to the base of the cliff, but you are unable to pull yourself up.
I get to a 9, not a 6.
Yeah, still.
I might as well have my spiritual weapon catch up with me. Can I listen to what's going on up there?
You sure can. Make a perception check with advantage.
20.
20. You hear Anon singing Mushroom Man, Mushroom Man. You hear flashes of fire. You hear Eltamil struggling against something, but you're not really sure what. Anon's voice is also pained, as if she is like holding a wound. You hear Peter's rapid breathing, and you hear an absence of flapping pseudo-dragon wings.
What's going on up there?
Can I respond? Not really.
Well, I mean, your
Yeah.
turn is next, so sure.
I think we're in a lot of trouble, and we're at a tipping point. You need to get up here fast or find cover. And how's Enon looking?
Not great.
Like rough?
I have 9 points left.
So rough.
Yeah.
Bleeding quite heavily.
But if I move her, you'd get 2 opportunity attacks against you. So
If you move her by magical means, no. But if you move her by like physically moving her, then yes. Like if you go up and dimension door her or something like that, then no. But
How about you
at
run
level
by her
3
with the
wizard,
horse?
dimension door.
And try and pick her up.
14 times.
it's the horse fight all over again.
That was the
I should
best.
really have you guys carry the healing potion, because I already have healing.
The ointment.
I don't have the ointment. Whatever happens, I promise.
Valley has got the ointment.
100%, yes.
Why?
Whatever happens, I promise it'll be okay. And I'm gonna shoot one more firebolt at the one on the opposite side of Enon. Is it possible to, or is that a?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
shoot through your allies.
Can you?
Yeah.
Without them taking damage?
Yeah, we decided in session 0 that there's no friendly fire.
Unless
Okay.
it's a nat
I
1.
Unless
missed
it's a
that.
nat 1.
I missed that
Because
conversation.
that's what you guys said.
Yeah.
I was like,
19?
You can
19
Shoot through
hits.
them.
totally shoot them. It's fine.
Happy flame, bad flame.
So 2d10.
A 0?
That's a 10.
Oh.
Oh. You're like, could my luck get any worse?
Yes, and
16
that's
points of
0.
damage.
Against the one on the far side.
Yes.
So that is a 16 points of damage. It is looking very, very hurt as this firebolt
give me
just
a little,
comes out of your
Interstellar.
hand
Oh, you
and then
see
like
Interstellar.
whips
Never.
around and curves
Never.
down, hitting it on the mushroom cap, literally just taking a huge chunk of it off.
It's my turn.
All right.
Thanks.
Elt, you can struggle.
Yeah, I still can't do anything.
You were
can
stunned
say
for a
something.
minute, so no, you unfortunately you can't.
I didn't know if it was a concentration spell.
Foam at the mouth.
I don't think so.
As an action.
Yeah.
My action is to foam.
You actually, roll one for me because you actually can do it at the end of each turn. My bad.
Oh my.
So we'll just count this as your last turn's one.
Yeah, I got a 2.
Okay, so you can do it again for this turn.
Oh. I got a 5.
You are continued
Yep.
stunned.
Damn right I am.
Metapod hardens.
Enon,
Ah, nice.
you are up. Enon, you are ouchie. You are surrounded, but you are up.
Using Misty Step does invoke an opportunity attack. No?
It is a teleport. Teleports do not
Well,
invoke opportunity
I am
attacks.
going to cast Misty Step and get the F out of there.
Man, we're just
Where
some
would you like to go?
misty
Um,
motherfuckers.
Damn right.
Nice.
You have 30 feet. So
As
basically
far as I
6.
can, but
Nice.
still on this plateau area.
Back this way?
Yeah, like kind of in the back corner maybe, or what? Yeah, probably that's.
30, like there?
Yeah, let's say that. And then I'm gonna cast. Actually, is it too late to change where I went? Or am I stuck there?
You could change.
Can I go like directly? So I was there. Can I just go straight to the back edge of the plateau?
Are you listening to your husband? Are you guys metagaming?
No,
again?
I'm actually not going to do that. I'm not going to do whatever he
Like
said.
back here.
She never listens to me anyways, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And then I'm going to cast lightning bolt a second time. Yeah, and line them both up. Just want to get rid of these
This lightning
mothers.
bolt is clutch.
It's like Pikachu's Thunderbolt.
Third level spells are when things start getting real interesting.
I see that. That is unreal.
They both fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, jeez.
No
That's
way.
unreal.
Unlimited power!
That one.
25 points of damage.
25 points of
Wow.
damage.
That's so good. Wow.
Okay, the first one is going to go down.
Our tank is
As this one explodes, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
7.
Okay.
No, 8. Sorry.
8 is not enough, my friend.
Sounded good.
You are also now poisoned.
Take me back to the well.
And you are going to take 11 points of poison damage.
Can I mumble something?
On your turn, you sure can.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Extos, you are up.
How's the other one looking? It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to climb my way all the way up.
Okay. Make an athletics check for me.
Adeline. Sorry, which one?
Athletics.
Oh, okay. 15.
15 is enough. So it'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Ooh! Do I still have an action then?
That is your entire action to get up there.
Okay. I'll cast Healing Word on a non.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the party.
What level?
Just first level.
Okay. Roll the heals.
Okay. Where am I? There you go. 3 plus 7 once.
Thank you. Thank you.
The other Myconoid's turn. Really does not like Anon.
Oh, come on, man.
You just killed his friend.
Come on, man.
Constitution saving throw for me, please.
20.
Okay. Natural 20.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go.
So 2, 8, 11, 12, 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
She wish I had a necklace.
And 14 points
Yeah,
of
wouldn't that
poison
be
damage.
nice?
So 35 points of damage total.
I'm dead.
I have 33 hit points.
Wow.
Or unconscious. I can't.
You are unconscious.
Oh no.
Alora,
All right. Can I?
athletics check, and you can get to the top.
Can I sneak up?
Give me an athletics check and a stealth roll.
Great. 11. My stealth is very good.
I am good. At
I am
stealth.
good at stealth. We've got 25 for stealth. And we've got 13 for athletics.
Okay, that is enough to get you up, but that is your entire turn. But you are hidden.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
All right, top of the round, Thalia.
I'm gonna try to get up there.
Athletics check.
Ooh, 20. I asked for 20 and I got it.
Unbelievable.
You just needed to get a 10, but with a 20, I will say, for all of your movement, even little you can get to the top.
I did it.
20 feet will get your spiritual weapon there.
What's going on? Why are we fighting?
So you get up to the top. You see
You're
Anon
a little late to
sinking
the
into
party.
the mud, a mushroom man next to her badly wounded, Eltamil is looking pale and gaunt and struggling in place. And Extos and Peter are just hanging out.
Who are these mushroom things?
Pete.
Pete is going to again take aim at the mushroom man next to Enon.
Okay.
For 23 points to hit.
23 hits.
8. 3 is 11. It'd be 13 points.
13 points of damage. Okay. It is looking hurt. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Saving throw.
Yes. Con,
Yep.
right? 18.
You are no longer stunned. You are still poisoned.
That's all right.
Next turn, you'll actually be able to do something.
Ah, damn it. I thought I could do it this turn.
It is at the end of your turn, my
Yep.
friend.
You're adorable.
Ina, death saving throw for me, please.
You've been poisoned.
Yeah.
Why'd you...
1.
That is 2 fails.
Oh, I thought it was an
It's
automatic.
not an instant death. It is 2 fails.
I
You
thought
have
it was
one
automatic
left.
I thought it was 2. Oh my gosh.
No.
Please, someone save me.
I got you.
Okay.
Also, I didn't describe it. Yeah, can you stop?
You did it out of a fit of rage.
Well, you would not let it go. Anyway, I did not describe. I just want, just so everyone gets the visual. When I do the lightning bolt thing, just think Emperor Palpatine.
While singing.
Do you look that old laying on the ground?
There is like some uplit shadow.
Full Galadriel from Lord of the Rings.
Power!
Yeah. Anyways, continue.
Okay, Extos, you are up.
I'm gonna cast 3rd level. Yeah, 3rd level healing word. So 3d4 on a non. So that's for 13 points of healing.
Nice.
So, Anon, you are up with 13 hit points.
Yep.
Prone?
Lying in the muck with this creature standing above you.
I thought you were dead.
Then I'm
I
gonna
thought I was dead.
Gonna
Kind
cast.
of wished you were dead.
Somebody's got to die this game.
It's only 5th
Looks at
level.
Elt.
I'm gonna cast a bardic inspiration
I
on
have the
her.
headphones.
Healing word is a bonus action.
Healing word is a bonus action, even though I'm casting as a spell.
The spell takes 1 bonus action.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So you have an action you can use.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play the hero then, and can I move towards him with movement or?
Yeah, you can move towards it. You can, not all the way there, my friend. You can move 15 feet. Yeah, about there. Just tuck yourself underneath the leaves. Good enough. You're not down. It's okay.
And yeah, it's my turn.
Okay. That makes it its turn. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
No.
Why do you hate me, Mr. DM?
Why do you cast lightning bolt twice?
Because I thought it was really cool. 23.
23 is fine. We'll see if it hits with its attack. Actually, you're prone, so it gets advantage.
Of course.
To finish her.
21 to hit.
The handful of dice.
Just don't double it.
No, it's not a crit. It's not a double. So that's 8, 10, 11.
The hiccup.
16 points of damage total, 11 bludgeoning, and 5 poison.
And she's night-night again.
Again.
Goodbye.
wake up on the ground, this creature above you, and it just goes, it slashes you again.
Mama.
Elora, you are up. You can see all of this
Thank
going on.
Christ.
You are hidden.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak up to this bastard up here.
Okay, that'll take your action and your bonus action to get that far.
Why?
Because it's still a difficult terrain.
Okay, never mind then. Never mind. I'm gonna use the wand again and hit him with a 3rd level.
Third level. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, does that just 3 d4s?
It is 3d4 plus 3.
Plus 3. 6.
6 points of damage. All right.
Okay.
That's
And
crazy.
you do not sneak attack with the wand, unfortunately, but you do 6 points of damage. As these 3 purple bolts, you go and just go, and they swirl around each other and then hit it in the back.
Okay, can
It
I
is
move
still
up a little bit as my bonus action?
Yeah, 15 feet.
Okay. Underneath. There we
Do you
go.
want to hide again?
Yes.
Stealth check.
17.
Okay. Thalia,
Yes.
you see all of this madness going on. You are up. It is your turn.
Do I see the mushroom? Is the mushroom lying down conscious? Semi-conscious?
Which one?
Like the one that's lying down next?
No, literally exploded in spores when it was
Oh,
killed with
there's
the
only,
lightning bolt.
only one left.
Stay
There's
with
only
me.
one left.
Collect these spores.
Can I run over to the living one?
If you use your action, you can get there.
Can I?
Because you can get there, but if you want to get right up to it, it will take your action to get over the difficult terrain.
Can I get there and can I try to speak to it? Is there?
Yeah, you can speak to it. Speaking is a free action.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know why my friends are attacking you. Who are you? I'm sorry.
That wasn't Italia's voice. You said sorry.
You're right. I don't know why everybody's attacking you. Who the hell are you?
When did Wire get to the
Make a
party?
persuasion check.
Nice.
She's back. She comes out
She's
Gandalf.
back.
She is like the tribe leader.
It was a 1?
Yeah.
Like a natty 1?
Can I try again?
This is a TikTok.
Can I try again? That's great.
Unfortunately, cannot try again. Do you have any bardic inspiration or anything?
You're sleeping on the couch tonight.
I have this inspiration. This dice.
You can roll it and add it to your roll.
I got a 4.
4 total or 5 total?
5 total.
Okay.
Wait, that's a 7.
I think it might have hit it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
What
Okay.
was it for?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Well with 5 it would be 10.
Okay. Okay. It can't do anything because it's not its turn yet, but
Can you stop hiccuping?
I'm trying
Sounds
so
like we're
hard.
filming a Rick and Morty scene, okay?
I'm.
Just hold your breath.
I have. I've tried that.
Drink upside down. That works every time.
Yeah, I'll do
Upside
that on
down.
stream. Yeah. Just give me a
Wait.
glass of water, please.
Do a quick handstand. Yes, I know that
Okay.
works.
I was like,
boo.
Yeah.
Look, I totally understand, but this is not really a time for peace. And Peter's gonna blast out another firebolt right at the last mushroom man.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Nice.
21.
What happened to regular Peter rolls?
I got all the bad rolls out yesterday.
We broke it out in that.
We broke it out
100
yesterday.
rolls.
Yeah.
It's 2d8 or 2d10 rather.
10.
10 points of damage. Okay, it is still standing. There's another firebolt just flies over your head and hits this thing right in its mushroom cap. A big part of it sizzling away. It's like bits of it are still embering and glowing.
Why is everyone attacking it?
Eltamil,
So I can move.
you have a turn.
Is it looking hurt?
It is looking hurt.
I'm going to. Am I 30 feet away from it? Can I get within attacking range of it?
You're within 30 feet.
I'm going to Misty Step
He has to save you again.
a second time.
Misty step.
Yeah.
Let's drop the spell slot.
Yep, I'm max now. And then as I attack, I'm just gonna be these.
You attack at disadvantage, don't forget, because you are poisoned.
So am I gonna roll 4 times then? Because I'm attacking twice.
You would roll.
Plus my pole arm.
So
Am I rolling 6 times?
all attacks are at disadvantage.
Yeah.
All attacks and abilities checks when you're poisoned are at disadvantage.
So we'll roll 2.
Take the
see
lower.
If they hit.
Roll 2.
Okay.
Take the lower.
Okay.
And you wouldn't get your pole arm because you misty stepped, which is your bonus action.
Right. Yeah. Oh, these fucking cunts.
Whoa.
What are you saying? Whoa.
I disassociated when I said that, okay?
That was not me.
So 19 because I got a nat 20 on my second.
What was your
I
first?
did not hit it. I
14
did not.
plus 5.
Okay, that hits.
I was saying things out thinking all
10
the time.
plus 2.
I am a 7-year-old.
8.
Okay, still up.
My second attack. 18 and a 10. 15.
15 just
Just
misses. All right, that is your turn. Inan, death saving throw for me, please. Let's go 1. Let's go.
Why? Why do you hate me? Oh no!
I mean, I think you
I'm
have
counting
to
that as a
reroll.
-1. You're dead.
That's 3.
It's cocked. It's cocked.
It is cocked. It was cocked. It was
It was
cocked.
another one.
It was the
hottest cock I've ever
Another
seen.
one. 14.
Okay.
I
yeah.
promise.
That's
it
Pretty
Save.
sus. You should have tilted
It
the
was
camera.
freaking cocked.
Excess, you're up.
It was not.
It was.
No, it was cocked.
It was.
It was like this, and then it fell onto the one.
Roll a deception check for me.
Are you serious? It was like Tyler can verify.
I can. I.
You're married.
We're married.
Yeah.
You would
I
throw
Roll
me
a
under the
disadvantage.
bus.
I would.
No, I promise. It
It's
was.
I do it every
totally
day.
It's fine.
I feel attacked. I'm leaving.
I didn't say anything. It's all your own party attacking you.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna move.
9 sessions of Eltamil's life.
I'm gonna move
Oh my
behind
god.
Okay.
Anon, and then I'm gonna cast Healing Word as my bonus action.
I'm gonna push Elt off the cliff.
Technically, it's flat
Yeah,
after
get
that.
wrecked.
It's just a clip on the belt.
Animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One.
7 points of healing.
So you have 7 hit points.
And then as my action, I'm going to take out my Cittern, and I'm going to cast on her protection from good and evil.
Okay.
That was cool.
So now that has disadvantage against you, correct?
Read me the spell.
So until this spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiend, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Sounds good.
Cool.
It's turn. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
This is just a nightmare that never ends. 18.
Okay, so you're not poisoned, but it is going to get advantage to attack you because it is none of those creature types.
I didn't think it was.
Yep.
And you're listening.
21
I'm
to
like,
hit.
I don't think it's like
Bad news, man.
You tried.
You're trying so hard.
Provoke the DM to
I,
do it
I
again.
respect the hell out of you.
11, Dave is just
12.
getting.
13,
Past
13
string
points
time,
of bludgeoning
I'm gonna kill
damage
I'm gonna die tonight.
and 9 points of poisoning damage. So 21 points of damage total.
Goodbye.
Again.
Down again.
Does it respond to
Okay,
my
knocked
my
down.
inquiry?
Knock it up again.
I feel really bad for Enon.
A lot of singing this episode. I love it.
Okay, so
Starts
I
with such a high
need
note, you know?
Eltamil, Thalia, and Extos to make wisdom saving throws for me.
Oh, 12. No, I
14
my
for me.
wisdom. Hold on.
10.
Roll me a d100.
9 for me.
Roll me a d100.
42.
42.
What's the D100 again? This one?
Oh, good.
Right?
Okay.
And then plus the d10 for the single digits.
It's right on this side of the tray.
this one.
Yep.
Oh, got you. Thank you. So, 53.
53. That's actually kind of poetic. So all three of you, all of a sudden, it releases some spores at the end of its turn. And all three of you are now able to telepathically communicate with this creature,
Including me?
including you.
That's great.
Everything within 30 feet, which
Tight.
Peter is just outside of.
He'd be like,
Actually, Alora, you would hear this too because you're close
Hello,
enough
guys.
hiding where you are. So roll me a wisdom saving throw as well,
Tries to
actually.
negotiate. We'll kill a non, but
Does having that advantage on insight have anything to do with it?
It will eventually,
Okay.
but not for this roll.
I got a 5.
A 5 D100, please.
35.
35.
Holy shit. 35?
what? No, this is the same thing that you did.
It's just the D100 roll.
Oh.
Okay, I need.
I'm like, what did I do?
impossible.
I think this is the game we find out we're
3, 4,
actually the
5.
villains.
Yeah, I think this is like you're destroying nature.
What do you mean, we?
Okay.
Make an intelligence saving throw for me.
11.
Okay.
Oh, it's plus 0, so that's right, it's 12.
You're going to take 17 points of psychic damage. You're not sure where from, you're not sure how, but this force just bears down on your mind.
Okay.
For just.
Just shortly after it coughs out the spores.
Yes. Make an insight check for me.
Nat 20.
Did not come from this creature.
Okay.
Those of you who can now communicate with this thing,
Am I still able to?
yeah.
Okay.
Those of you who can communicate this thing, just hear in your minds, why? And that is the end of its turn. Alora, you're up.
Don't fucking kill it.
Okay. I'm gonna go up behind it.
Okay. Yeah, you can get next to Elton here and get behind it.
Okay. And I'm gonna try and grapple him.
Nice.
Okay, athletics check against its
Oh, 20.
12. It is grappled.
Okay.
You are holding it onto it. It cannot move. It is grappled by you.
Okay.
You still have a bonus action if you want to do anything with it.
I don't know if I can tie a rope, if that's a thing I can
Not
do.
with bonus action.
No. Okay, then that's good. I'll just hold him.
Okay, Dahlia, you are up.
What the fuck, guys? Don't kill this thing. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. What is wrong with all of you? Why? And there's like get closer. Back the fuck up, everybody. All you crazy ass murderers, back the fuck up.
We're gonna because it's currently nat 1. I'm trying to get out of the grapple. Because it's currently grappled, we're gonna step out of initiative for a minute here unless somebody takes a combat action. So everybody gets just one turn here. So whatever you guys want to do, everybody can go. Can you make a death saving throw for me?
4.
That is 1 failure, 1 success. Okay, so we're just gonna go around the table. Everybody gets an action. Nothing?
I'll move closer.
Okay.
I'll use my action to get there. Yep.
And your action?
Yeah, thanks.
So you get closer.
Where am I?
You're right there.
Okay.
Alora.
Oh, I'm gonna stay holding on to him. But can I speak to him?
Yep.
I just want to say I'm so sorry. We really, I don't want to hurt you. Just calm down.
Persuasion check. And make an insight check with advantage as well.
Okay. 13 on persuasion.
Okay.
And 20 on insight.
This thing is terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified. It does not seem to be persuaded by your words. It's still struggling in your grasp.
Okay.
Next to us.
I'm gonna try to use suggestion on it.
Okay. That's going to put us back into initiative after this round. Just
Really?
so you know.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Because
okay.
you're taking an action against it. You're casting a spell against it.
Okay.
That was your last one.
Yeah. Okay. No more. All right. I'm just gonna. Will you allow me to use healing word on Anon or?
You
no?
can't cast 2 leveled spells in one turn.
Okay.
What else?
You
do
haven't
have?
cast the spell or given the suggestion yet. If you want to back that off
I wanna
and just
back
cast
off.
healing word instead,
Yeah, that's all I want on Anon. Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
He's generous.
Totally. All right. Please do 10 points.
So you are back up with 10 hit points. You are on the ground and on. You have 1 action. You have no idea what's going on. All of your friends are surrounding this thing. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
4.
Roll
Or
a
6,
d100.
I should say.
Hang on 1 second. Yeah, 6. 58.
58. Everybody roll a d20 for me.
Are we adding anything?
Nat 20.
7.
Anybody else got a nat 20?
Got 19.
17.
19.
6.
Okay. You are instantly aware of where everyone around you is located. Like you could just feel everybody's presence. You feel a bird in a tree 100 feet away. Like every living thing within 120 feet of you, you're just aware of their presence instantly.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I just see that the mushroom guy's grappled, so I just kind of like get up and or like sit up, and I'm like,
Nice.
"What's going on?"
Thalia?
I'm gonna go up to the mushroom guy and I'm gonna take some of the salve and put it on his injured spot.
Okay.
Fuck you guys.
Roll the healing for the self.
Roll
Okay.
strength check to get the jar open.
But I just roll it like this?
No, it's. I think it's 2d8 for the self.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, okay.
I think it's very similar.
Keogham's ointment. Yeah, 2d8 plus 2. 2 pyramids ass to ass. Yep.
13.
13. That's with the plus 2?
Yes.
Okay. You heal it for 13 hit points. Make a persuasion check with advantage for me. Part of the mushroom just like grows back.
Um, 16.
16. It like visibly calms down in Alora's arms. It is still, its head is still whipping around, and you just keep hearing why over and over and over again in all of your minds. All of you are close enough now that you can all hear this in your minds. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna say, or say to it, what I told you is my pet dragon. We aren't here to harm you.
Then why did all these you guys start attacking
I'm
it
talking
and
to
killed one
it.
of it? And that's not your pet dragon in the first place. Don't lie to the guy that you just killed his best friend. At least give him that decency.
Hey, you can wait for your turn to talk back.
Make a deception check with advantage. Actually, no, straight up because you're poisoned.
Okay, 12 was 20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay, does not take any action. Just looks down at you on the ground. Why? And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
You motherfuckers.
I don't think it's what we think it is.
I don't think it didn't make any attacks on anybody until
Yes,
we
it
all...
did.
No, it
It-
didn't.
It
Well,
did.
it
when
is-
you were,
It's
I made a
stunned
crazy
Altamio.
high deception roll.
Alright, hang on. Thank you so much
Oh, we're
for
still on.
watching. Thank you so much for watching. We love you guys all for watching and hanging out with us as we explore this wonderful, crazy game. We will see you next week. And yes, that's all we got.
Are we the baddies? We're the
Yes.
baddies.